welcome to the Patches In podcast. My name is Dom, and I'm here with the handsome Hugh.
Hi, I'm really handsome.
And horrible Hamish.
Wow, that's just rude. I don't like that.
Alliteration, mate. What other words could I use with an H? Heroic?
Heroic, yeah, that'd be good, yeah.
Hungry?
Homunculus?
That's not really an adjective.
I love that guy.
Fine, we'll go with horrible. I know you're just being ironic because it's actually flipped the other way around. I'm the handsome one.
Yeah, we're sparing Hugh's feelings today.
Yep.
Don't look at me like that, man.
I know. I would argue that I'm tired and I want to get through this.
So it's been a while since the three of us have been together.
Yeah, it's been great. Yeah,
I know it's like a bit of a fresh air. We had like Hamish had his wee solo podcast. Me and Angie did a wee one,
and I was working every day for the last 3. Well, not every day for the last 3 weeks because I was off for my birthday. And I had some other stuff going on, but like it's been a while since I've had time to record a podcast. But I've actually played games because I when I finished work I had nothing, like it was night shift I was doing, so I had like nothing to do for a couple of hours, so I just play like 1 or 2 hours of some games that I'm going to tell you about.
Yeah, nice. Cool. Hamish, how do you feel with being back in the same room with us?
I mean, I was looking forward to it, and then I actually met you again, and I was like, oh, I remember why.
Yeah, that familiar smell.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's always better. Like, as you know, you've done a solo podcast, and it just feels a bit different, you know.
Yeah, you feel like very much like, all I'm going to do is listen to myself talk, and I hate listening to myself. Like you always see, like you see those gifs, or you see those pictures of people going, "Oh, I bet I sound amazing here," and you hear it back, and they're like, "Oh, I hate the sound of my own voice."
Yeah.
You're also waiting on the barbs coming your way. Like I'll say something, somebody will say something about how I look, and then I'll have to hit back with how they smell, and then but like you don't do that when you're on your own because you're nice to yourself.
Even just if you're trying to make a joke, like you can't even judge the reaction because you're like, I mean, I think I'm hilarious, but you know, not everyone does because some people have a bad sense of humour, obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know, you say something that you think's funny, and you're like, then you're editing it, and you're like, is that funny though?
I overthink
it.
Put the crickets in, and that's it. Like, see, I'll make it ironic.
I'll make it sound like I was trying not to be funny.
Yeah, cover my bases.
Yeah.
So, leading with that, Hugh, since you've been away the longest, what have you been up to? And how was your birthday night out?
I can't remember.
You can't remember?
Looking old these days.
Yeah. We'll just move on from my birthday, right? I got real drunk. I said a lot of stupid stuff to people. I don't want to hear what I actually said to anyone.
Oh, I've got one.
No.
It's not really that bad. It's
you
really
can't
not
infringe
that
on
bad.
his time, mate. This is your time. You can say whatever you want, and then when it's Dom's time, he can say whatever he wants. So.
Right.
Yeah.
On my birthday, we went out. It was the first night out we've had in 2 years nearly.
Yeah, which is wild when you think about that. You know,
last night out I was on was my sister's birthday, which was October 2019, just before we went to Japan.
Yeah, fucking hell.
And obviously it's a year and 10 months, which is a long time. I got overexcited, didn't have anything to eat, had a lot of shots of Jägermeister. Everyone kept buying me drinks. I've got a lot of friends, you know what I mean, to turn up. Everyone wants to buy me something. Then the night goes dark. And then,
so you don't remember much apart from like after the first pub? Or?
Nah, I don't remember anything after the first pub really. I remember falling out with Sinead for no reason. And then, well, not seriously, it was just me being an idiot. And then the next thing I kind of remember is being sick in the taxi.
Oh.
But because I didn't eat anything, there was nothing coming out. It was just pain.
Hey.
Silver lining there.
Then I woke up and I just went like, oh no.
I used to get that feeling like literally every weekend, like sometimes twice a weekend. The fear the next day, like I just know I've said or done something completely fucking stupid. Like as I got older, I started to restrain myself from saying stupid things when I was steaming, but I used to get it all the time, and it's the worst feeling ever. It's like I'm just gonna put my phone in this dark corner in this other room, and I'm just gonna ignore it. I'm just gonna ignore the outside world for a couple of days because I can't deal with that right now.
This thing, right? See, when I'm drinking, it's like I will say anything that I think is funny.
Yeah.
No matter what, like if it's no matter what it is, right?
Yeah. Just
so see when I wake up and I go, I said that, and everyone's gonna think that I meant it, but I just wanted people to laugh, and see when people don't laugh, I feel horrible inside.
So, for example, like when I showed up to the bar. We had a couple of drinks. It was like quite a lot of people down there as well, and it was nice to see everybody again.
Yeah,
everyone social distance and everyone obviously double jabbed and all being behaved. I come up, grab you a shot. We have a shot, and then we went up later. I had another couple of shots. No, you were getting shots left, right, and centre, man. It was nuts. So I went up, and I think I'd got your shot. Raymond was there, Sinead, and Kiwi were all there.
Okay.
And we're just sitting talking, and you're like, "Oh, no shot, awesome!" So you just took the shot, and you went, "Ah!" You just turned right round to Raymond, grabbed him by the shoulder, and went, "Mate, how'd you pull off being bald?"
Oh man!
and Raymond had to do a double take. Like, "What do you mean? I just shaved my head." That's amazing.
God damn it, man!
And Sinead just looked on like, just like disappointedly shaking her head, going like, "He's wanting to do that, doesn't he?" But I don't know.
See, the thing is, like, I mean, at first glance, you would think, "Oh, that's just Hugh being his drunken dick self," but I think I know a little bit deeper. I think it's just because you're going bald and you're going to need to do it at one stage.
Actually, is it? And I know that Raymond looks good bald.
Yeah,
like, the guy looks good. Like he suits it.
Yeah.
And like said's very because I remember feeling he said,
"Oh, you wouldn't stop." Like that was.
Mate,
like
it's because it's so smooth, though.
Yeah, I think that was the first thing that he said to me the next day because like I crashed at Raymond and Sinead's house and we just got up the next day. And he was like, "Do you want a coffee?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Do you want something else in it?" And I was like, "Yeah." So we had like coffee and Baileys, and then we just started drinking again. But that was like the first thing that he said to me after that when he came back through to the living room. Like, "Hugh wouldn't stop rubbing my head last night."
It was like he was like a genie. It's like a genie's lamp. It's like, oh.
But like I think I remember the sensation. I touched his head, right? And you know how like you think it's like stubble now when you shave your chin.
Yeah.
But man, it was so smooth, like and like soft.
Yeah.
He got a straight razor recently, so it's properly well done.
I think I was just like, I kind of want my head to feel like that. Being drunk, I obviously was like more enthusiastic.
Oh, you were so enthusiastic. Like you couldn't stop smiling, and then there was a moment where I think we were just wrapping up. I think it was like just before last orders. You held on to me, and you're like, "Dom." I was like, "Yes, mate. What's going on?" You're like, "I'm having a good time, but if you move, I think I'll fall through the floor." I was like, "Well, I won't move then." He's like, "Cheers." And then you moved over to the bar. You sort of swung your body around and put your hands on the bar. I went, "Another drink, please."
Oh, like I think I went from like 0 to 100 super fast. Like, and I was so excited because like I'd not seen a lot of these people in ages. Like, I don't see you guys outside this podcast that much. And to be dressed up and out and like
for an actual event,
like there was people that I'd not seen in like 18 months and stuff, and you're like, "This is amazing! Everyone's back together."
Yeah, you got to rub a shiny head. Yeah.
I rubbed a shiny head.
That needs to be the title of this podcast. Like Hugh rubs Raymond's shiny head.
But see, when you said I did something to Raymond, I was like, "Oh, did I say something pure mean?" Like, I don't want to mean to Raymond, like, because I know I can get mean when I'm drunk as well. Like, and it's not mean in like a aggressive sense. It's mean in like I'm gonna say something that, like, can I say something that annoys you?
The thing is, like, we have like our closer group of friends have always kind of ribbed on each other and always been mean to each other and stuff like that, whereas Raymond's only just kind of recently came into the group of friends, and he's not really, not that his friends don't do that at all, but it's a lot less common, you know what I mean? So,
well, it was quite vicious with that.
Like the conversation me and Jason had before this before this podcast started about very serious things just getting thrown around like they're like fucking nothing, and then you kind of worry, like because it's we're getting older and you can't always just blame I was drunk. You're like, oh shit, I've got to start taking responsibility for the things I say.
You got to be accountable for your actions and stuff. You can't just be like, I was drunk, it's okay.
I remember waking up at like 19, 20 and like after being like getting drunk with Hamish and being a pure dick to each other and everybody else, and just like going, fuck it, who cares, like, and then just go back out and do whatever. But now like you're in your 30s, you're like, oh no, people are going to judge me on this now.
Like
because like I checked my phone and I was like, I didn't message anybody, I don't think.
No.
And I wasn't mean to anyone except Sinead, who I apologised to. Cool. And then I had to just text her and go, thanks for coming. Did I do anything wrong?
Well, you weren't really mean to Sinead. It was more like
I was a big dramatic baby.
And you've done that before me, so like
I know it's just getting too drunk.
You left me to die. Like what?
Why don't like being too drunk isn't isn't the best excuse. There is still reasoning behind
yeah, there's
it.
leeway.
That's my birthday, I've got an extra life there, haven't I? I've got a wee man. I've got a wee free guy.
You got a wee free guy.
You
got a one man's.
It was fun anyway. I'm looking forward to the next birthday.
Yeah, it'll be great. But what games have you been what games have you been playing? What have you been seeing?
I have been playing Hades.
Yeah.
Like, I heard about Hades, a year ago? It was on PC.
Yep.
Then it came to Switch, and then now it's on Xbox.
Yeah.
So I see when it was on PC and it got like Game of the Year, I was like, oh, I'm interested in this. But not interested enough to buy it on Steam because fuck that. And no, I'm not good. I'm not good at playing games on PC. And,
you've got your PC that probably could run it, but you wouldn't want to, sit and play it. I know what you mean.
My PC's.
You don't really view your PC as a gaming.
No, it's not. It's not where I game. Like, especially because like I work at a computer 50% of the time, so like PCs are work for me. But like, see I wanted to play it, so see when I got announced for Game Pass, I was like, fucking score. I don't even have to buy it. So it came out the day before my birthday. I didn't get a chance to play it, and I was like, that way where like a game comes out and you kind of think by putting it off a bit, you're just not going to get to it. So I made a point when I came home one night. I was like, I'm going to play this. I played like 3 hours, man, and it flew by.
Yeah,
and for a game that isn't, it's about 25 minutes to 30 minutes long in total. It's got so much content, extra stuff like your relationships with everybody in the game, and all the different conversations you can have and the lore behind it. Like, it's just
so you get your wee codex, and then like every time after you talk to someone that counts down, like you'll unlock something else. When you talk
a bit
to
more
this person
dialogue
another
and
5
stuff
times or whatever, and
every run feels fresh.
Yeah,
like, because the game's a what do you call that again?
Like a dungeon crawler
roguelike.
Yeah.
When you die, you go back to the beginning, but like they've worked it out so like it doesn't. You just don't go back to the beginning. It's like you come out the river Styx because you're a god, or you're an Olympic god. No, that's Michael Phelps. You're saying Bolt. You're Hades' son, Zagreus, and you're trying to leave hell for your own reasons.
You want to go up and see and party with your brethren.
Aye, so like you're trying to leave, but you're not meant to leave. Hell's not designed for people to leave, obviously.
Yeah.
So like you have to go through the levels of hell, beating the boss at the end of every level to get out, pretty much. And it's different every single time, and every time you enter a chamber, there's a different reward, and then you can get these power-ups from each of the Olympic gods, gods of Olympus, whatever. Zeus and Aphrodite and Poseidon, they all have different powers, and you've got to build your skills and character and powers, mix it with your weapons and all these other power-ups to try and finish a run.
So
right? Generally that's it. I don't usually like these games because they're just trial and error, and they can be random number generator because like hope I get this one, hope I get that.
There could be a lot of luck in it as well, depending on what power-ups you're offered and stuff like that.
I don't know how they did it, but it's so addictive. The combat's fun, that's probably a big part, and the fact that almost every single dialogue option is different. You never repeat a dialogue option, not that I've seen anyway.
No, I mean, I've not played it as much as you. I only played probably a couple hours, or maybe not even that. But so far, everything I've seen, there's all new stuff, and different every time, and then you unlock a wee bit more in a new area and stuff like that, and then there's more stuff, and I mean, I'm a sucker for any kind of mythology and stuff like that, which is what is interesting to me, because I'm the same. Usually those types of games, I'll play them once, and then I'll just be like, no, I'm not gonna bother finishing this.
I think it looks great as well.
It's cool art style,
and the music's great for the bosses.
The music's actually a lot, like I was gonna say, a lot of fun. The music's perfect. There's a lot of metal in the game, like especially when you get to what's the second world called? Tartarus is the first. Asphodel's the second, and it's kind of it's fiery and it's metal and it's
skulls on the
and like when you get to the Hydra, the boss, like the metal, the guitar kicks in, you're like, fucking yes.
Fuck yeah.
But man, the progression, I think that's another thing that gets like me addicted, right? I felt like I progressed every single run. Every run I got further or more powerful, or another reward I needed.
Yeah.
Like, there wasn't a run where I went, that was a total waste of time.
Yeah, because if you do that, then you can feel like, how long is this actually going to take me to finish this? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
I think it took me like maybe a few runs, and then I got to the first boss, and she beat me.
Megara?
Yeah.
Meg, yeah.
And then she beat me twice. But then see after that, the third time I fought her, beat her, got all the way through Asphodel, beat that boss, made it almost to the end of the third one. So even just that one run difference, it just feels like you're actually progressing, like you say, you know. And
That third one as well, like, you could get lucky, and how far have you got done? I don't know.
I got to the third one, yeah, as well. I
you
died
can
at the
fight
first
the
one,
Minotaur,
though.
like, as like a mid boss,
Yeah.
and then fight him and fucking Theseus at
Theseus,
the end, and you're like, God damn it,
fuck
man!
that.
But again, the slight progression every time. Like,
I think it's because it's not like Souls where you get punished for if you die, that's it, you're basically fucked. But you have slight progression when you look in the mirror and you're stones. So man, what was your favourite moment in Hades then?
When I got to Hades,
Yeah,
like, because
obviously he was going to be the final boss.
yeah,
I mean,
he's
that's
the final boss, and he's the hardest boss.
Yeah.
And he's a double boss as well, because like you beat him down and his health goes back up.
I hate
So
that.
warning you now, right?
Yeah.
But you also see there's a lot of depth to these characters.
Yeah, the
because-
relationship and stuff like that is really important. Like even like the Meteors I played for, they tell that they're just like, you're going to try to do this again, and he's
Yeah.
like, yeah, whatever, fuck you, Dad.
He's not just a bad guy. There's obviously a reason. I've had a couple of wee spoiler things given to me, but like you can tell that the Olympic gods are all arrogant pricks.
yeah.
Like they are in mythology.
Aye, that's
like
the thing. Like, see, when like the first time that I got sometimes the power ups you can choose between one or the other.
Yeah.
And the other one gets raging.
Yeah.
And like as soon as it happened, I was like, that's such a god thing to do. Like, get
Yeah.
pure raging.
The
that
Greek-
they're
the
being
Greeks-
slighted.
the Greek gods are jealous, fucking lusty, angry assholes. Like,
That's
and
why I find them dead interesting, because it's like they've got flaws. They're human almost.
have
you
you
know what I
met
mean?
Chaos yet?
No,
I don't think so. No.
Right, Chaos is another being you meet in the game. Sorry, it's not a big spoiler,
That's all right,
but
though.
like they are the first ever being in there. They talk about how arrogant the Olympic gods are and stuff like that, and they're like, yeah, that's true, and like you can tell Zeus is the big dumb joke.
Yep.
Poseidon's like a dumb joke to it, and then like Dionysus is Zeus's son, and he's just a mad rich party kid.
Aye.
And like
Hey, brah.
Artemis is like the tomboy hunter girl that's like, and like you can just tell these personalities
Aye, they've
from
got-
the little
they've got
bits.
actual
The
Yeah.
voice acting's phenomenal in it.
Yeah,
you
it's-
get really
the-
get the emotion through it.
The guy that did the voice acting direction, I think, was the guy that did Skelly's voice, and Skelly and Zagreus is the same actor.
Yeah,
So like he did the direction as well, because
that's why they play off each other, because Skelly's just the best character in that game.
Skelly's hilarious.
Skelly's the best.
Have you ever played Bastion?
I played
Yes.
it for like 10 minutes, and I just it was at a time where I had a million things to do, and I just wanted to try it.
It did feel a lot like Dead Cells, Biden and Isaac. Kind of
aye.
with your repetitive sort of like mode,
The
where you always
roguelike
change
thing,
it, but you can pick up the ones. But Bastions, yeah. Now
It's
you
the
mentioned that,
same
it's
guys, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they made it, and then even like the music sounds similar. It's obviously not. It wasn't metal, but there's like the same kind of guitar
yeah.
tunes and stuff like that. And
tones
Bastion's a brilliant game. If you ever get a chance, you should go back and play that if you're enjoying Hades.
Yeah, I think I got it for free on PlayStation Plus years ago. It's still sitting in my my library.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hades is fucking phenomenal, guys. Like, I've finished a run. I got one run. I know you have to complete it 10 times to get the official ending. I'm not bored of it. I'm 12 hours in. My run took 25 minutes.
How
Like-
many hours in were you when you finished your first run? Was it?
About 10.
10, yeah, I think
10
that's when
hours.
you were messaging me, because like I streamed it a wee bit on Patches in Gaming, and I was like, do you know what? Doing nothing this Friday. Let me just have a wee go of it, see what it like. And I played it for about 3.5 hours. And went, wow, I was not bored at all. This is wild.
Sorry, everything just went off at the one time there. I'm not bored of it. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to do a couple of runs every time I turn on the Xbox. Like, I've done 30-ish runs now, 30. And like, I've got a load of upgrades still to get. I've got to beat the game 10 times. I've got to open I've opened the administration office. And like, there's a load of stuff you can do.
How good is Cerberus though?
Cerberus is a big.
Oh yeah,
he's a good boy, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a good lad.
boy.
Wrecking the whole thing to win, coming back, and then he's and they take their time to repair it as well. Go, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, every time you come back, there's something incrementally changed. Yeah.
Like someone might not be there, and then you find out why later on and stuff like that.
Yeah, and there's so many runs, and then like things appear, and like it's a well-made game, and it's well
get
thought
the pace of it, like for progression down perfectly.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I don't know if I'm going to get 10 completions. I hope so.
Do you like it in the Hamish as well?
What?
Do you like it as well?
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, like I say, I've not played it as much, but I do see myself playing it quite a bit, and it's what's handy about it as well is like even if you put it on and you do one run, you're going to be picking up keys and power ups and stuff like that there, and upgrades and stuff like that, or you can play it for like couple hours at a time, and you know you won't get bored of it. So no matter like how much kind of spare time you've got, then I think that's still a game that you can just play. You know what I mean? It's very accessible. Like,
brilliant to pick up and play.
What's the name of the ferryman guy? He's awesome.
Karen. Karen.
He's awesome.
I don't want to ruin a bit for you, but there's a bit. No, not ruin it. You get to a point where like
does he actually talk to you eventually?
No, but like you get to a point where there's like a
reason,
something happens between you.
Oh, right, cool.
Okay. But like it's pretty fun. Like I don't want to ruin all these wee things for you because I was actually like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah. And no, I love the game, man. Like the only part I found annoying is Elysium. I find that just not as good as the other two realms.
That was the third realm, innit?
Yeah, it's the one with Theseus and stuff in it. Like, I just don't find it as good as I think I might find the champions in it more annoying. I think the wee buggies that chase you and blow up are hilarious. Man. Like I figured out how to beat them. You just try and make them run into each other, but
that's another thing. Like sorry, Dom, but there's like quite a range of enemies as well, so you're not getting bored all the time. You know,
mate, at the start I was getting fucked off these wee like pots that were throwing mines at you and stuff. But now I'm like, I've got my techniques down to smash these things, and like you get your boons that you're like, all right, that's the one I want, and you know you get
you have a game plan and stuff like that. Yeah, that's cool.
Because you have to get dash strikes. Like that's dashing is the thing.
Yeah, like you got a favourite weapon?
Yes.
What's your favourite weapon?
I don't know if you've got it yet. It's the last one you unlock.
Is that the whip thing? Oh, the Triton. Sorry.
No. It's like two big giant gloves.
Ooh, no, you
punch. That's the weapon I used to clear the game.
Cool. I really like the shield.
You need to go,
shield's good.
You need to use all of them, don't you?
Yes, I've only beat it with one weapon though. Yeah. So like, I'm gonna try and beat it with I think the next one is the trident.
I use the trident thing, like one to the left of the shield. That's the one I use.
It's because of the range on it.
Aye, yeah, you can just kind of stay away from things, and it was that, and with some of Zeus's powers, is like you can shock people. Well, you can like zap people, and then you get another power that you shock people, so they just kind of get like interrupted and stuck there if they're not shielded. And then you get ones that are like the further away you are when you hit someone, you do more damage. And that was the build that I had when I like blitzed Meg, and then the second boss, and then got almost to the third one. You know what I mean? It's just so there is always going to be a wee bit of kind of planning and stuff like that. Like how am I going to approach this? But that makes it interesting as well. You know?
Yeah. No, man, good game.
Yeah, and if you've got Game Pass, get it right now.
I've actually
right now.
I've actually thought about buying it physically eventually to support the game because I like it so much.
See if there was like a really cool like
special edition,
steelbook edition or something like that with some art in it. Like
I don't think it's getting an Xbox physical edition. Is it?
It got a Switch one.
It got a PS5 one as well.
PS5 one,
but that's the thing, man. Every time I look, like, because I'm a big physical guy, because like a big physical media guy, because these things will eventually come off Game Pass.
Yeah,
and like. Things that I like and have an attachment to, I like to have a physical copy of. Like Final Fantasy 8, I got that shit on everything. By the way, I got it on Switch now, like physically, and on the PS4 physically. I got the Japanese PS1 version, the English PS1 version. Yeah. Like I got all like, and like I know you all think that's a waste of time.
Yep, even getting it one time is a waste of time.
But it's part of my interest in this hobby, and. To buy Hades physically, I'd prefer it for the Xbox because that's where I've got the achievements. That's where I put my time in. But you know, if it's for the PS5, I'll start again. But like, I find it annoying how Xbox won't release these games physically anymore.
Yeah, I think it's just because they're making so much money. They want you to have the subscription rather than buy the games.
100%. Like I eventually think like we'll be playing Xbox games on the PlayStation.
Yeah, maybe. So, did you see anything, Hugh, on the cinema, TV? Is there anything you want to talk about with that?
Yeah, I saw Free Guy.
Oh, the Ryan Reynolds movie.
Yeah, fucking what? It's a fun film, right?
Fun film.
A fun film that is too long.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I felt it was too long. But it was really good. But it feels like it was a boomer writing a computer game film.
All right, okay.
There was a lot.
Was it like Pixels? The Adam Sandler?
No, not as bad as Pixels.
Okay, that's right then.
But do you know who the best guy in it was? Taika Waititi.
Yeah.
Oh man, he's hilarious. He plays like the scumbag owner of this MMO.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like a GTA Online clone type thing. Yeah. And like, I can't remember who the actor is. The other actor is in it.
It's the guy from Stranger Things, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's the guy with the big hair from Stranger Things. I can't remember his name. Him and the lassie from Killing Eve. I can't remember what her name is.
I know who you mean. Jodie Lorimer? No, Jodie Lorimer.
It's not Lorimer. It's like
Jodie Lomer.
Comer or something
like
that.
Comer, yeah.
Yes, god damn it, we should do some research.
I've never seen Killing Eve. I've heard she's a really good actress.
She's really good, and like they're in it as well. They're like the good guys, and Ryan Reynolds is the NPC that like becomes sentient almost, and like it's a good, fun film. But god damn it, Ryan Reynolds is too old to be the pretty boy, and like, because he's like,
does he still just play Ryan Reynolds?
It's a Ryan Reynolds character.
Yeah.
And like, there's a little guy in it, and like, his best friend who's pretty much playing Kevin Hart.
All right, okay.
It's a role that Kevin Hart should have had, but the guy is just playing his best Kevin Hart impression.
Quite a lot of cameos as well, isn't there, from people?
I can't remember, to be honest.
Was it not like Chris Evans? And
Chris Evans is in it because like he at one point uses Captain America's shield.
Oh,
and like this has obviously been streamed throughout the world, and like Chris Evans is like, motherfucker, like it's, and I mean there's.
But
I'm sure there's other.
I'm trying to think of like
because Ryan Reynolds put up like a post of like the various people, and it was The Rock in it or something like that, or.
Can't remember.
There was a few people.
This is a problem. I don't remember so much of the film.
Yeah,
there's a lot of no. Channing Tatum's in the film. Channing Tatum's in the film. Channing Tatum's some guy's avatar, and the guy's like a mad like geek. I've seen him in other films before, like and like he starts doing like not TikTok dances, Fortnite dances, and like Ryan Reynolds kind of says, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Come on, man, you want to do these dances?" Like, and like you're like, this is so fucking weird.
Is it bordering on cringy at times? Like
yeah,
that?
a wee bit. It's like they obviously had to write it to appeal to people who didn't know anything about this.
Fucking make it a very broad,
broad demographic.
It was.
Is it worth a watch?
It's worth seeing.
Good,
but Ryan Reynolds is getting a bit too old for these roles.
That,
like he's getting a bit too much for the role. But
will you still be happy to see him as Deadpool?
Oh, 100%. He's Deadpool. Like Deadpool's like ageless, and I don't know if did they announce they were going to do Deadpool 3 yet?
Yep, Deadpool 3 is the one.
Is Disney letting them do whatever they want?
Oh yeah.
But he's not going to be in the MCU.
Well, they had that promo.
They said I heard they were going to do an adult. It's called the Dark.
Yeah, Disney Dark. Ooh.
Dark. You know how they tried to do a Dark universe? Yeah, and it collapsed. It
was after one movie.
I hated that movie.
Yeah,
I heard they were going to do like a separate universe, but like he's part of the X-Men universe, so I don't know.
No, they did say that they were doing that because they had what's his name from For Ragnarok do an advert with Deadpool for Free Guys.
Korg,
Korg, yeah.
Taika Waititi.
Sinead was like this after. She was like, who is that guy? I know his voice. And I was like, it's Taika Waititi, the director of Thor Ragnarok. She's like, no, his voice. And I was like, it's Korg in it. And she's like, so she is. Mate, he's so funny. He's such like.
He was so fast. The Suicide Squad as well, but like I don't think he spoke in it at all. He was Ratcatcher 1.
I haven't seen the Suicide Squad yet.
No, mate.
I haven't like we went to see Free Guy and like on one of the days I didn't sleep and like I just couldn't get time to see anything else.
Yeah.
So I want to go see it, man. Like because John Cena's meant to be hilarious in it.
Yeah, Peacemaker. He's great.
Brilliant in it. He's actually.
I'm going to kill everyone so he can get peace.
Pretty much.
The Ratcatcher. The story is great. Like, see, like when I thought about what happened afterwards, like that was a movie that kind of you know, as being as funny as it was, they had some good moments, and it helped that it didn't shy away from the first Suicide Squad movie.
All right, okay.
Which was good, because a lot of people have been, oh, that's it, they're not talking about it, and it's like,
it wasn't a good film.
No, it wasn't. But
David Ayer came out and said that the version that he filmed is a good film. Like, all the complaints that people have, I know directors will always say this, but like he said, like he filmed it, edited it, and then Warner Bros. Took it away, edited it 3 times differently, and released like a version that was very obviously edited by music video directors. Yeah. He said there was not one pop song in the film when he edited it.
Yep.
So they've obviously saw Guardians and went, we'll copy Guardians.
Yeah, that did well, so we'll just fire as many songs.
And then they were like, fuck it, we'll just hire the guy that wrote Guardians.
Yeah. Did you see anything else, man? Was that?
No, I played 12 minutes.
Yes.
The next big game. Well, I say big game.
How long did that take you?
It took me 4.5
hours. Wow. Time management.
That's a lot to say about 12 minutes.
Can you say it in 12 minutes? Can you sum it up in a word? Can you sum it in a noise?
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay, moving on.
I don't regret playing it. It was very interesting, but it has some issues.
That sounds like a really harsh way to start. I don't regret playing it.
Because it's an experience, though.
It is an experience, right? I expect, see, when I saw the trailer, I was like, oh, this is going to be a really cool murder mystery type thing, but it's not. I
think the 3 of us watched
trial and error game.
Here, we were like, that's an interesting concept.
Like Willem Dafoe,
E3 or something.
James McAvoy and Daisy Ridley. But oh my fucking god, you wouldn't know it was Daisy Ridley or James McAvoy if you didn't see it in the credits. They made them do accents. What is the point in making 2 famous British actors do American accents? Daisy Ridley's only known for being Ray, so why wouldn't you let her just have Ray's accent?
Yeah,
it's true.
William Dafoe is the psychopath, as in everything.
Life.
The story is confusing.
Yeah,
I don't think even when I saw all the endings, I was like,
I'm still confused.
Yeah,
how whereabouts do these endings branch off? Is it literally it's all the same through until the end, and then it's like this last
it's
thing?
decisions you make,
so
right?
So does actually branch.
It's kind of weird, right? You can have there's one called, these are all the achievement names, right? There's coward, and then there's
but you got that one first.
Yeah, I did actually, because it's the easiest one to get. It's the first one you kind of go to.
Yeah.
So after that, I was kind of I was doing trial and error, and I just couldn't figure these puzzles out because they're not well laid out.
Yeah.
So I just used the guide, and I was like, I just want to see this story. And thank fuck I did, because some of the ways to get to the end of this is so specific and convoluted and time based. You have to do these things instantly, or it just doesn't work.
It won't work.
Paige making our appearance in the podcast there by shaking her ears.
I know. She got up.
I'm still here, guys.
But it took me 4.5 hours to do all of it. The ending's just the twist got me. There's a twist. It got me, right? I was like, oh, all right, okay. And then I did the true. There's true ending.
Yeah.
And then I was like, that's a bit weird. And then it finished, and I was sitting staring at it for a while, and I was like, I'm not sure what happened.
But then it's a game that makes you think about the consequences of your actions.
Yeah,
would you rather have just seen it as an interactive movie or a film or something? Yeah,
I think there would have been because it's a bit clunky. It's a point and click on a console
or a controller.
Yeah, and it's a pointer you're using to point at things, and sometimes it's got good auto aim. It kind of snaps onto things. But sometimes I was like, fucking click, lock that or open that or do this or do that. And it's a small setting. It's that one flat. So I spent the first couple of times just kind of clicking things.
Yeah,
which doesn't work. You're not going to get anywhere just clicking things.
Yeah.
So you have to do certain things before that person gets to the front door.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
So you have to either persuade your wife, girlfriend, person to do something, or you
stand in front of that door,
or you
jump out the window.
There's one, right? I'll just tell you, right? There's you've seen the trailer. There's someone comes in, ties you up, and stuff like that. You can you can come in the house, hide in the cupboard before she sees you come in, and you can watch him kill her.
Wow, lovely.
And like I was fucked up with that because I was like, obviously, like, did I come out here and try and save her?
I thought you were going to say, like,
I tried to save her a few times because you can grab a
him,
knife in the kitchen, but like you can't kill him.
Yeah.
He just kills you, and I'm like, am I just to sit here and watch this?
It's fucking grim, innit?
It's like some of it was like just kind of off-putting.
Yeah, I think that, but that's not a reason why. It's just like this is an option you can do. If the option to do nothing. That isn't
actually an ending, by the way. Like, I'm not saying that's an ending, but like just some of the decisions you're just like, what? Like, but play it. And to be honest, I recommend getting a guide, YouTube video, or just a IGN kind of guide, step 1, step 2. I used a YouTube video.
Yeah.
Because it was easier and it took me a couple hours.
Cool.
I almost got every achievement. I got one left to get. I don't know if I'm going to get it.
Is that the true ending one?
No. It's you have to water a plant.
Alright. Sounds difficult.
But like you have to do it on each ending. So like each ending has a different flower.
Right, okay.
So like you have to do it, and like I just don't know if I got the energy to go back through everything.
You've already seen.
Yeah. So like play it. It's fun, interesting, but I don't think it's what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. Not one that you would have spent money on if it wasn't on Game Pass. You wouldn't have played it, kind of thing. Do you think?
No. Good short game though. Then I played an hour of Psychonauts 2. That is fucking good.
Are you saying that you played Psychonauts 2 or Psychonauts as well?
Psychonauts. The second one.
You said I played an hour of Psychonauts 2.
The reason I had to put it down, I was getting a bit tired, and I was like, it's got a lot of precision platforming in it, and I was like, oh god, I'm not hitting these fucking bits. That's like, it looks so good, and then the writing's really funny as well because it's Double Fine that did it.
Tim Schafer, is it?
Tim Schafer.
Yeah,
it's Tim Schafer that did it. I haven't played the first one, but it summarises the first game pretty well in the first couple of minutes of the second game.
That's good then, because again, at least if you want to jump in as a brand new player and you've got this on your Game Pass, you're just like, right, cool, jump straight into it.
There's one more thing I want to tell you that I've been playing. Right,
go ahead.
I bought a Neo-Geo.
You did what?
I bought a Neo-Geo. So a Neo-Geo MVS, which is the arcade version of Neo-Geo. I don't know if you've ever played Metal Slug.
I played Metal Slug. I remember playing that in the Meadow Centre.
Yes, that's my biggest memory. I've got so that was a Neo-Geo.
Lovely artwork in that as well, man.
I got my sister to buy me the book, the Neo-Geo book, which is I need to show you it. It's beautiful. It's got all the artwork in it of every game.
Cool.
So what I bought was the consoleized version. So someone has ripped the inside out of the arcade and put an RGB cable in and a power cable and put a case, like a printed case in it.
Made a console around it basically.
So it's pretty expensive, right? And then I was buying carts, and these carts are fucking expensive and massive, man. I think I showed you a picture, right? Compared to like a SNES cartridge, they're at least 4 times bigger and 3 times as thick. They are like, I don't know how to describe them. They are like
floppy disks, but thicker. The thicker floppy disks.
No, do you remember like
thicky disks?
I'm trying to think, like a big fucking hardback book. That's what they're like a big like autobiography, and like they're like quite expensive. They're like 70 to they can go up to about 500 quid depending on the game. I want Metal Slug. I fucking love Metal Slug.
Yeah, I imagine that's going to be one of the expensive ones though, because
that's why I bought an MVS though, right? So there was a home console version of this as well called the AES, and they're like 500 quid each for the games, but like these are less because there was a lot more arcades around, and people are just ripping arcades apart and taking the carts out.
Right.
So like I can probably get it from like Italy, Portugal, France, Europe somewhere for around 40 to 50 quid, but I just ended up buying a multi-cart from China just to play on it. Man, it's so fun. I bought an arcade stick. I've been playing it on my fucking my old CRT telly, and I was like, heavy machine gun. Oh man, it's so like
it was like thank you.
See, because that old TV I've got as well, it's like a fucking expensive old TV. It's got like a big fucking built-in subwoofer and
it's fucking
speakers.
Heavy.
Mate, I redone my room, and like the stand I've got for the TV is now about 4 foot in the air. So I had to like deadlift this TV up and then get under it. I felt like, you ever seen the strongmen when they're lifting the stones? They're lifting the stones and they're putting it up. I was like, let's put it up, and I was like, I've done it. I was walking about double fucking biceps up and stuff like that. Like,
Sinead's like, put your arms down. You're like, I can't,
man. It was so heavy, but I'm glad I did it. I've got like a cool retro bit in my room now where like I've got like I got the SD card reader for like the Saturn, the Dreamcast, the Mega Drive. Like all my old consoles, I've got SD cards with every single game on it. Awesome. Because I don't like putting my old carts in because they get a little worn, and I don't want you cheating fingers.
Yeah.
I'll get drunk and like just leave it lying and step on it later and stuff. So multi carts are fine. Like I've got that cool wee bit, and the Neo-Geo is just fucking perfect, man. And the other stupid thing is SNK Neo-Geo released like a collection for the PS4, so I bought that as well, and I'm like, I could just play all these games.
But have you played them on it? Because they're not that good. They don't emulate it really well.
It's a different feeling. Like when you're playing it with an arcade stick, with a micro switched arcade stick, like the clickety. With what feels like the original sound and the original hardware, it's got that slight
advantage,
nostalgia to it, right? So like, if I play it on the PS4 and I'm happy with it, I can still sell all that stuff and get my money back because it'll keep its price. But like that feeling of playing it on that,
the authentic.
It just feels nice. I was going to have you guys over and we'll have like arcade nights and stuff.
Yeah,
like that. It would be fun.
Yeah. Streams that.
Neo Geo, man, so cool.
No, that sounds good. Yeah, sounds awesome.
Sounds great.
Other than that, nothing. That's me. I'm done, boys.
You're done.
I'm
okay.
spent.
Other than that, 40 minutes.
Shot my load.
Hamish, man, what have you been up to? What have you been seeing? What have you been playing?
Not a whole lot. The weekend there, I was through. Don't know if you've ever heard of a place called Broughty Ferry in Dundee.
No, I've never heard of it.
Nice week in a seaside town. We just got like an Airbnb, this big, like 5-bedroom, not a mansion, but like it's just this big, nice house. Just purely because I hadn't seen family in so long. Like last time I'd seen that side of my family was the day before I went for my work trial in my job. So like almost 2 years ago. Just with everything going on, you know what I mean? I hadn't seen them in that long. So just obviously, like I was working on the Saturday. They went down on the Friday and stayed the night. I went down the Saturday after work. So I showed up at like 10:30 at night. But luckily that side of my family, specifically my aunt, they're all big drinkers. So they were still up, and I had plenty of drinks on the train to catch up with them.
So you fitted in nicely.
Yep,
exactly,
yeah. So just a couple of days there. Didn't really do a whole lot. Just
it's not a lot you can do in Dundee, is there?
Not really, no.
It's quite cold.
But no, it was nice seeing people. And then I've not had a whole lot of time to do anything else. I've been playing a wee bit of Cyberpunk, but I did want to give Hades a try because I've probably put about 30 odd hours into Cyberpunk now on this save.
Yeah. How is it? How's it going? Apart from all the glitches you've shown us on TikTok. On our TikTok, guys, we've got a TikTok.
Yeah. What's our TikTok, Hamish?
Just patch us in, mate.
Patch us in, mate.
Patch us in.
Are you shaking Paige's paw?
She grabbed my hand. Didn't you? I mean, there's definitely glitches, but if you've seen on the TikTok, like they're not game breaking or anything like that, you know what I mean? They're more funny than anything.
The game looks nice, even though it's a last gen game technically.
Yeah, I mean it looks nice until you really look at it, and then like I was waiting at a race with some women, and then I just like kind of looked down the road, and this is maybe like 50, 100 meters away, and there was cars driving around, like, and then they turned towards us, and as soon as they turned towards us, they were just disappearing and stuff like that. And
you're playing this on your Series X as well, aren't you?
This is on the Series X, yeah.
So it's the best version of the game you can get.
And it runs absolutely fine and stuff like that. It's even in the combat, which can be pretty mental.
Yeah.
It's just wee things like that.
It's not the game's fault that the hype overhyped the game.
The hype just got away with it. Like when you've had a game that's in development for nearly 10 years as well, it's like it's the same with No Man's Sky. It's like that kind of built on that hype train that you can't stop.
You also there's no game that's going to be good enough for that hype train.
No, absolutely, yeah.
So comparing this to The Witcher, how's it stacking in your mind?
I think it's really hard to compare the two games, even though like same company and all that. And Witcher had plenty of bugs as well.
Yeah. When the horse, I can remember the horse glitch was just like, it just does it, would just float into the sky and not come down.
It's going to its home planet.
They had things that they had to like patch and change and stuff like that. Like Geralt used to get like ridiculous fall damage. Like you could fall from like, see that table looks like what, a foot and a half off the ground, and you would lose like most of your life.
That's hilarious though. Like, can you imagine like Geralt who's like
fighting
almost invincible and shit like that, just jumping off a rock and just going
slips on a banana peel.
My one weakness.
Oh man, I've still not played The Witcher 3.
Oh man,
do you know what's on? It was on sale because
I have it. I have a physical version of it.
Me and Angie chipped in half each to get it for the Xbox so we could sit and play it. Because then she sent me to toss a coin. I was like,
that's a coin.
She's really enjoying it, man. That is like, that's her first experience with the Witcher game because we're playing the mobile one.
Yeah.
Like you spoke about it in your last podcast.
Yeah, I played that wee bit. Yeah.
And we were playing with like Witchermon Go, as Ross nicely sort of said.
Witchermon Go.
And yeah, like I don't know. After a while, I was like, it's asking me to go through like houses to do these tasks. I'll just leave it. But playing, it's got the best experience of moving from a game to a mobile because it feels like you're playing The Witcher. So when she was playing it, she was like, "No, this is actually really fun, and the story's great. Honestly, it's really, really great."
Like, I don't want to play anything Witcher related until I play Witcher 3 or 2. Like, I don't want to like.
2's still an incredible game, man. Like,
I have 2 as well, and I'm just like, mate, it's this long game thing.
Yeah, 2's not even that long, to be honest.
No, 2's quite short. I think it's about 40.
I don't think it's even that. I mean, it depends because there's basically 3 acts, and Act 2, depending on your choices in Act 1, will be a completely different place and story and all that.
Do you know that really fucks with me as someone who wants to
see everything that a game has to offer?
Because you're like, oh shit, what side will I pick? Because the anxiety I get.
Yeah, because that was my plan. I was like, I want to see everything in this. Because I was really enjoying it, so I did all the side quests and stuff like that. And then it wasn't until after I'd basically like finished the game that I found out, that could have went a completely different way. Because I thought, most games you get choices, but they don't affect all that much.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, but no, like, see, comparing it to Cyberpunk is really difficult because it is a totally different kind of game.
What does it stack on your favourite games though?
Cyberpunk.
Yeah. Seeing as it was, you had it tattooed on your back and stuff like that.
On my lower back.
Tramp stamp.
I mean,
Hamp stamp.
It depends what part of the game you're talking about. Like, I would play this even if it was like properly janky for the story, because the story's brilliant and it pulls no punches. It's like heart wrenching at times and stuff like that. Like, it gets you pure invested in these characters, and then it's like, and then they died though. So and you're like, what?
Well, why?
Like, it's like you don't see it coming. And it's the same with The Witcher 3. It was like, it's always been the writing of CD Projekt Red that's made the games really stand out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even if you just it'd be worth playing just for the story, basically.
So when you buy it again, Hugh?
I already bought it, mate. I've been doing a lot of eBay buying lately. Sinead's been so mad. There's so many packages coming to the house. But like, my thing is, I'm buying up all the Xbox and PS4 games that I wanted. Like, that I know I'm going to want to play. PS4 games are more expensive. Xbox games are like dark cheap, man. Like, I bought, even though they're on Game Pass, I bought the Dishonored games because they were like £2 each. I bought Far Cry 5, it was like £4. Like, these physical editions. Cyberpunk, it's the slipcase. It's got like a book with it and stuff like that. I got it for like £11 or something. I think I sent it to you and said, look what I got. Like,
sent us a picture, yeah.
So I bought Cyberpunk digitally when it first came out. Played it for like 5 hours and I was like, I'm gonna wait.
Yeah.
So I got my refund off Sony and it disappeared. And then I was like, I kind of want to try it again. Eventually, it's down to £10, and I'm like, when that update comes out, that's going to skyrocket again. Well, not skyrocket. It'll go back up to like £30.
Yeah.
So get it at £10 now for the future. It's an investment in my future, boys.
That's your reasoning.
I've been buying a lot of PSVR games online as well, but
they've been at big sales, haven't they, for VR?
I've been buying physical VR games. I bought the Star Trek Bridge Crew game because I want my dad to play it because he's a huge Star Trek fan, but he's awful with technology, so I want him to actually have a go of it and be like, oh shit, I'm in the Enterprise.
Yeah. I did buy that, but was it for the PlayStation you bought
it?
Yeah. I just see, after playing the Oculus, I wouldn't go back to the PlayStation VR. Like, the hand tracking's just not
as
the
good.
same at all.
Nah.
And then because I got Star Trek Bridge Crew for PlayStation, and probably just a bit of practice would be fine. And the fact that if you're doing it yourself, you're going between all 4 stations. But it's just, there's a lot of wee kind of finicky bits that you're trying to press and stuff like that. So I would just prefer to have greater control. But
that's what put me off the Iron Man game that I got. I got the Iron Man game for VR and I played it for like an hour, and then I was like, this is starting to really fucking annoy me.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to fly and stuff, and it's just not quite getting.
It's not that feeling. It's not that immersion that you were looking for. It's
it's not a right game as well. It's not great. The Iron Man games. It's just fun to be Iron Man. Obviously.
Yeah, it's more of the gimmick of the being Iron Man.
Jarvis there.
It's weird that hasn't come out as a normal game yet. I thought they would have just turned that into a first person game.
Yeah. You mean the Iron Man VR game? Just make it a game, right? Okay. Yeah. I think it was always thought of as, let's make a VR Iron Man game, and
I don't think it was very successful.
But yeah, Cyberpunk. So there was an update recently, and they gave it was one of their planned free ones. But I think it's just a few different, some new cars, some new weapons, and different looks for people. So like Johnny Silverhand, Keanu Reeves, you can make him look different and stuff like that.
Give him a sombrero.
I don't even know what it is. I've not actually played it since that came out.
Look up Samurai.
The last thing I played was something that we've actually all streamed on Patchison Gaming, Overcooked 2.
Hey.
And it was the day after your birthday. And it was me, Sinead, and Raymond were playing it. And Sinead plays games, right? Raymond does not play games. So it was more stressful than usual, He was getting,
I was going to say, did you play it sober? No,
we were drinking as soon as we got back.
Look at all the files. He was just one fire, but look at them all.
He was just throwing the fire extinguishers away. What are you doing?
I mean, that was pretty much kind of what Raymond was like. Raymond got really drunk, pretty much immediately. I stayed kind of round about the same for the rest of the day, but he was like, oh, fuck, I don't know how to do this. How the fuck? And then he would press a button and throw something off his head. Eat.
Good lad.
So. It is still fun though, but fucking hell, that game gets stressful.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's why sometimes I look at Overcooked and I was like, nah, man, I want to relax today. Yeah. I didn't choose violence today. I choose relaxingness.
Choose Hades.
I choose Hades.
There's not anything else I've really been playing, to be honest.
Have you been watching anything?
No, I mean,
is it just because you've been quite busy working stuff? No?
Yeah, basically just working. I've got kind of back into the Big Bang Theory, which is weird.
I only got
see, I used to like it, and then I got up to season 8 or something like that, and then I think I was watching it week by week when it was coming out, and then I just kind of lost interest and started watching something else. But I don't think it was that day. It was another day around at Sinead's, and she was watching it, and then it just kind of reminded me this actually is kind of funny sometimes, but it's one of those shows where I'm always aware of the laugh track.
Yeah.
And because you get so many big pauses where one person will say something and then it's a laugh track, and the other person that they're speaking to is just standing there, and every time it happens I'm just thinking how weird would this be without a laugh track? It would just
I'm not a big fan of laugh tracks.
You could go into YouTube and just say Big Bang Theory without the laugh track, and it's just when you say Sheldon and Leonard talking to each other. So how's Sheldon?
It's an excellent.
Hello, Leonard.
They'll say 4 things, and
they'll stop, and then they'll move to the next. Move to the next spot. It's very bizarre. Friends suffers from that as well.
Yeah, the weight on the laughter, didn't they?
Yeah.
It's not a great thing anymore.
But earlier seasons were a lot better. But then it's flanderization of the characters. It just, they find out who they are, and they just run that train.
I get bored of Sheldon really fast.
Bazingo.
How hard are we going to go on the guy that's got mental health issues? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, it's alright though. It's just a Chuck Lorre show.
Yeah, 2.5 Men
and that kind of thing. Yeah, but
so it's vaguely funny.
Yeah, just every now and again there is a funny wee line, but it's still one of those shows that I'm just kind of sitting and then they tell a joke and I'm not even not laughing. I'm thinking to myself, I'm not laughing at that. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? It's like too obvious, you know. Apart from that, the only other things have been seeing are like trailers and stuff like that, which I'm assuming we'll talk about.
Yeah, we can talk about that as well. I've got a few thoughts on that as well.
You've been playing them?
I've also been playing Hades.
We've already spoke about that.
But I have also finished on stream Spider-Man completely on the remaster. No longer will I see Tom Holland face until maybe Miles Morales when I play that. But
or until your nightmares, mate.
Oh man. So that was a DLC that I finished.
Yeah, you were saying that.
Because like the DLC for that, it came out on the PS4. I can't remember like how they actually released it. I can remember like it was The City Never Sleeps. I think the first and second part came out quite quickly.
Yeah.
And then the third part took forever.
Took a wee while, yeah.
And I don't remember like many people knew what happened, because I even said before I finished it to a couple of boys in work that I knew had played Spider-Man. I was like, how does the last part of the DLC work? The City Never Sleeps. He's like, does Black Cat not die? I'm like, yeah, that's the end of the first one. There's another 2 parts.
Spoilers, Tom.
Hammerhead? I'm like, aye. What about that? I don't know. I'm like,
Yeah.
cool, because I was like, I don't remember anyone talking about how good it was, but when you're playing the DLC, it's an isolated part of the game where it takes you a wee bit more into the future after the disaster in New York.
Yeah.
And Miles has a lot of good back and forth with Peter, like talking about how they learn how to. He's like, I'm dealing with my powers and stuff like that, and it's like, they talk about a moment that happens, like, He said, what did I say about like? He's like, oh, you're trying to learn to be Spider-Man. Like, make sure like you don't draw any attention to yourself. He's like, yeah, I kind of may have done that. It's like, what do you mean? It's like, man, these guys were like, they were saying stuff at me at a basketball game, and I just decided to whip them. I was dunking and stuff like that. He's like, you can't do stuff like that. It's like, yeah, I was leaping through the air. And you're like, you got to remember, like, Miles is 15 at the time, so he's like, he's like, hey, shit, like, so through the DLC for that, you get to see Miles' progression as well, through like him slowly taking up the mantle of Spider-Man 2.
It was kind of a bridge between the two games, you know. Like,
yeah,
I love that game, man. Miles Morales.
Yeah, it's great. Like,
I still not played it. I'm going to wait till I get a PS5 to play.
Christmas, mate. It's a Christmas game.
Yeah.
All the lights and stuff in it.
See if I can
the
get
way the
a
ray
fucking
tracing works.
PS5 by Christmas.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for. I'm going to wait for Christmas before I play it.
What did you actually think of the DLC? Because I'll be honest, I remember like I played through it all, and I had wee memories of it, but it was only when I was watching your stream that I remembered parts like when Hammerhead dies, and then you see him in the like coming back to life and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, that's what happened. So it's not like it was totally forgettable, but
yeah, it's very lackluster, wasn't it? Like, he puts on the kind of Iron Man suit, and you're like, oh, but they're not calling it an Iron Man suit, because I don't know if Marvel Spider-Man was just Sony only, so they could reference other characters, but they couldn't show any other characters.
Well, Avengers Tower, wasn't it?
Yeah, but they also mentioned, like, Doctor Strange is there, Fantastic Four, they mentioned things like that. Daredevil, they even mentioned Matt Murdock. He's like, how did that guy know I was... Like, he mentioned that it's like one of the backpack tokens. He's like, yeah, that lawyer gave that to me. He said anytime Spider-Man needed to be in trouble, he's like, wait, how do you know I was Spider-Man?
Yeah,
because he's blind. What the fuck?
That was one thing I loved about the game, all the wee kind of connections. And
yeah,
I'm gonna be honest, when I got to DLC, I was a bit fatigued.
Yes,
I was like, I'm sick of like.
You platinumed it as well, though, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm sick. I did, and I'm sick of going to points on the map. I'm sick of like missions like where you go in and it's like infiltrate the base.
Yeah,
like,
same thing over and over again.
Sick of this, man.
Yeah, so I ended up playing the first part. Like, I decided to just do each suit, like a new suit for each part. So first part I was just doing like I think it was Crimson Spider.
Yeah,
like, it was awesome. And then the second one I was Brexit Spider-Man, because it was like a new Jack. And it was like, trade deals are done with this tough war and stuff like that, just making puns all the way through it.
What was they released some new suits, didn't they?
Yeah, some of them just came out just for like they did Tom Holland's Spider-Man ones from the No Way Home, or not No Way Home, the Homecoming stuff. They done that, but the last mission was just really strange. I think I even said that to you. It was like the whole ending part of it is Sable comes back. She's like, I'm sick of Hammerhead stealing my shit. I'm gonna fuck his shit up. And I'm like, I don't understand like what Hammerhead was thinking, because he basically, I'm invincible in my head, therefore everything else apart from me is weak, so I'm just going to make myself into a giant robot. Yeah. And then all that was going through my head when that happened. I think I even say it on stream. I go, did he just get rid of his dick?
Well, everything else is weak, though.
Yeah, everything else is weak, so now it's just all steel. But he got rid of his dick. That's all I was thinking. But what makes it? This guy is insane.
But my dick.
but your dick, man.
That was the tipping point. That was when you went, this guy's a bit crazy.
Yeah, this guy's a bit crazy. But the last part of the DLC, you got to see Tom Holland face again, and I was like, they had to do it. Like after all this DLC, he goes out and he's like, I'm going to wait in this line for pizza. You're tailing some mob people just to figure out where Hammerhead was staying.
Yeah,
but worth it. Yeah, I'd say. Like I was kind of gutted that this wasn't included in the story, or like as like an epilogue maybe of like maybe Hammerhead coming in and trying to take over the city after everyone's like with obviously the thing was going with Kingpin.
Yeah,
but there was a reason why I did it. I think it was again money. But I've played a few games. I was up at Angie's and played some Guitar Hero. Guitar Hero 3. Classic. And that was great.
I've been getting into rhythm games again, right? Because I was going to get rid of my DJ Hero. I was like, have I still got this pitch? Now I was like, I know why I've still got this. The fucking mashups are banging on this game.
They were cool.
Then I was like, it would be weird to stream this.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to stream it, unfortunately.
I've just realised that as well. Guitar Hero would be awful to stream too.
Yeah.
And Beat Saber as well. God damn it.
Yeah, there's a lot of them you can't do it.
Music companies, man.
But we were playing that, and Angie was thinking our guitar may have had a wee bit of an issue, so she was like, I'm not going to try it, but we ended up getting it working. She was playing it, and she was fucking really good at it. And then she's like, I'll play on controller, and you playing guitar, and she beat me.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I was like, wow, fucking hell.
She's got good rhythm.
She's got very good rhythm.
Better than you, who's a musician.
Yeah, fucking beat my ass.
Dom's always out of time, isn't he?
What? Do you know how you know what drummer's at your door?
How?
The beat gets faster and faster as they knock.
Oh, that's terrible, man.
Do you know how a bass player's at your door?
No.
They knock 3 times. Still come in off time to it.
Oh, god damn it, Dom.
I can edit that in, don't worry.
You know what you should do? You should put Patches In Team on like Guitar Hero, or like what's one of the ones you get on a PC?
Rocksmith.
Dun, 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 burr, burr.
I put it on Rocksmith, a 7-hour version of it.
And make it like ridiculously complicated for such a.
Yeah, I've been looking for Guitar Hero guitars for the 360.
Yeah, I've been doing that as well. See, since me and Angie can actually have a proper battle to play it, but they've jacked up in price, man.
You bought Guitar Hero Live. You're like one of the 4 people that bought that game, weren't you?
Yeah, I think I did. Yeah.
And then they just went, well, this wasn't a success, and shut it down.
Well, no, even after they closed it down, you can still play a good chunk of it.
You can play it, but they
like
just didn't support it, did they?
And I think it was only like 12 quid or something that I got it for. It was cheap when I got it. But
it's unlike, like, see SingStar, you can still buy everything for SingStar.
Yeah.
Because, like, Sinead's got loads of SingStar games, and I got the SingStar game for the PS4, and all of the songs that she bought originally in the PS2 and PS3 all transferred to the PS4.
Over, yeah.
So, like, you'd hope that would happen with Guitar Hero, but it's,
Rock Band's the only one. Rock Band's the only one that's got that with their license of libraries and stuff.
The only reason people got rid of that, because I'm sure, was it me, you, and someone else that all chipped in to buy Guitar
World
Hero
Tour?
5 World Tour?
Yeah,
and it was all up in Shane's. It was Darren. It was all up in Shane's for ages, and no one wanted to take it because it took up so much space.
Yeah,
I think it made it through it out, but like. Now I'd want that back.
No, the thing is that the Guitar Hero drum kit was shit. It was really bad. I really didn't like it.
It was 4 pads, and there wasn't like a snare.
No, there was 3 pads and 2 cymbals.
So what was one that was just the 4 pads?
That was Rock Band. That was the 4 drums.
Right, okay.
I think even with the Rock Band one though, you could get add-ons for it. You could get cymbals, and you can get like kick pedals.
Yeah, double kick pedals. Because Lomax has got that. He's got his Rocksmith set up for that, so you can learn the drums properly from it as well. Because like, you can look it up. You can hook up through like a MIDI.
I knew he'd take it too seriously.
It's great though.
I'm actually interested in playing them again. Like it would be fun, but it's a shame we can't stream it because
it would be great. Unless we could somehow go like just. This is going to be demonetized and just fucking go ahead with it. But it's DMCA.
I don't know. It's covers in Guitar Hero though, so
yeah. Well, Guitar Hero 2, you'd be alright with it.
We just need to keep fucking it up.
We'll look it up because it'll do.
But apart from that, like, boys, you may have noticed in the house that I picked up an Xbox Series X as well.
I just thought it was a wee chimney.
So it just came to a point where it was like there was like an app that I had. It was like hot stocks, like with stuff that was coming in. The Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S were really hard to come by for a long time. It flashed up in Argos, work inside an Argos, and as soon as that happened, my phone just blew up. Everyone going, reserve me one, I need one dog. I'm like,
you were like, bitch,
I don't work for fucking Argos, don't play it. But I was like, fuck it, see if I can get one. Just to spite them. And I was like, I'll throw my Argos card, and the pavement went through 5 times. I was like, whoops. But I was lucky enough to grab one, and first impressions with it, I was really disappointed.
I think you texted us like a picture of it in the patch chat, and then we were like, oh, that's awesome, that's cool. And then you text like a couple hours later or something. I was like, what's the difference?
Yeah,
we said this before. It's just a very upgraded version of the One X.
Yeah,
but that's all you need.
But so I have noticed like a big difference between it though. Like loading times are instant.
Smoothness of that UI is unbelievable.
It detects my TV's a 4K as well, so I'm getting 4K output now, which is crazy. Because beforehand, my Xbox One S didn't detect it because it wasn't like the Series X detects all kinds of 4K.
Yeah.
Rather than the Series X, which was a specific one that was for HDR as well. So I was like, I missed out on any 4K ones.
I can't believe you've not got an HDR TV, man.
I know. Like again, so this was like I was like, if I get an Xbox, I'll save up and get a TV later.
HDR makes a fucking huge difference. Like I mean, bigger than resolution. Is like, see if you're sitting here and that telly was 4K or 1080 or HDR, non-HDR, you'd be like, I want HDR.
Yeah.
I'd rather have 1080 HDR than 4K non-HDR.
Yeah, I mean, like 4K. Like when I was the only time I've watched something in 4K and really seen it was through a USB movie.
Yeah,
and that was Enter the Spider-Verse and The Room in 4K.
I mean, I don't do this often, but I definitely do it all the time. I download things called remuxes, which are just rips of ultra high definition Blu-rays. So they're like anywhere between 50 and 100 gig, which is fine for me because I've got fast internet and stuff like that.
Compressed from the original file.
So there's zero compression because that's where you get your shitty picture quality.
Yeah,
and mate, you notice you 100%, and the sound is like so much better as well.
Yeah, like 5.1.
I'll probably get invest into a TV. But then again, it's just like I got the Series X because I was like, do you know what? It's going to be a while before that comes in. I'll get it before Christmas. Plus, I'll be able to stream a lot more games because, again, with Spider-Man being finished, I don't know fucking how many games I've completed. I'm sitting going, fuck, what else can I play? What else can I do? So I'm sitting just wrapping my brain. I'm like, well, I've got Game Pass. I can start playing games on Game Pass now.
Yeah.
I streamed Hades for a bit and really enjoyed that, but that was like I played more of that offline. I'm like, shit, I don't want to stream.
You can still stream it. You can still do runs. You can still do builds. You can still it's not. I don't think people who are watching it will be like, hey, start this at the beginning.
I start this again. I need to see this. Skelly's my boy. I'm like, yeah, I know. Skelly's everyone's boy.
12 minutes might be fun for you to stream.
Yeah, I think I downloaded that. I didn't boot it up because I was like, maybe it will just be like one of those games. It's like Inside or something. You need to have that like from the get-go.
No, you can delete all progress.
Alright, okay. Cool.
So you can start it, download the stuff, and then just delete it, and it'll go back to the very clean slate. There's a load of games on Game Pass that are really good to stream it. The whole Yakuza series is there.
Yeah.
There's also games getting added all the time. Like,
yeah.
We're just totally plugging Game Pass again.
I know, man. It's just really good, and it comes from a guy who buys the games he plays on Game Pass.
I'm just going to be happy that I can at least move my PlayStation back onto my main telly for a wee while now, because the PlayStation 5's been sitting just feeling like it's getting neglected because it's not getting that now, and now the Xbox is getting all, Hades and stuff like that. But running it off my gaming monitor, it was beautiful playing it as well. I was really surprised at how small it is, but then someone's like, well, didn't you get a PS5? I went, he's like, well, your PS5's like a big bitch. And I'm like,
yeah.
It's mostly empty space in the PS5 as well.
Yeah, again, the new version of that come out, like, probably in the next, mid 2002. It'll be like, here's the slim PS. 2002, 2022.
Fucking wish it was 2002, man.
I still have hair.
I'd be 14 and I'd be like, right, there's a lot of decisions you shouldn't make, right? Don't hang out with that guy Hamish. Mate, how quiet is the Xbox Series X?
Yeah,
it makes zero noise. Like, have you heard anything, Hamish?
No, I wish I heard nothing from you as well.
Just because I took a shot at you a minute ago. How cool is the wee green filter thing in the top of it? Like sometimes you look at it and you're like, what the hell is that green thing? And you look in and you kind of see it, like, what the fuck is going on here?
There's wee gremlins in there.
Yeah.
But it's a great console. Like, man, I can't choose between my PS5 and Xbox. Like, they're both excellent consoles.
I like the PlayStation. I think the PlayStation 5 beats it just with the controller, just with the adaptive controller. I feel more immersive playing, like Resi, Village, playing Spider-Man, playing anything that's got like anything with the triggers.
Yeah,
I do feel that,
nice,
and it feels nice. Really immersive. But Xbox has all the games, has any game that you really want. And I've not done any of the upscaling. I don't know if I'm doing it right though. But again,
everything's automatic.
Right, I was thinking that like, have they done anything for Arkham Knight? Because I downloaded that and it looks like shit.
I know there's a patch for Arkham Knight.
Right, good then, because like I looked at it going, man, this is not aged well. I
can't actually. I'd need to. Mate, there's so much patches for stuff, but like the whole like smart delivery system is leaps and bounds ahead of PS5, right? See the Ghost of Tsushima, Hamish? Boom, mentioned it. Right, I have to like go out my way to go get my PS4. If I buy it for PS5, I have to go out my way and get my PS4 save file.
It's annoying, isn't it? Yeah.
If it was Xbox,
upload it basically.
It would be like,
I'll sync that for you. I've got it.
Hugh, I've got that save for you, mate. Cheers, Xbox.
Thank you, Xbox.
PS5's like, fuck you, mate. Go get it yourself.
Fucking lazy ass. But yeah, look forward to Christmas time playing some Miles Morales to get back into Spider-Man. But speaking of Spider-Man, we'll go straight into what's been happening in the world, boys.
Spider-Man's, mate.
I
can't wait for this, man.
Okay, so I
mean, it probably is going to be the second best Spider-Man film ever made.
After they released the extended edition
of Spider-Verse. No, man, like see when that we pumpkin bomb, is that what they call it?
Pumpkin bomb.
So what we're talking about is the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer came out. I think it got leaked beforehand, and it was on the funniest video I've ever seen. It was from what I've seen on Twitter, it was someone taking a video of someone on someone taking a video of a Snapchat on someone else's phone while also Snapchatting it, and it was uploaded to TikTok. So it was 144p. It was pure bit rate. It was like looked fucking awful, and the sound quality was terrible. But people were like, oh look, you could kind of see Spider-Man's face. But it gave you the kind of idea what you got in the trailer. You know, with Strange just saying like, oh, we're going to do this. Okay, we'll do this. All right, shit. Don't stop talking. What the fuck's happened? Reality's fucked. Well done, Spider-Man. He's like, what?
Yeah, Spider-Man always has to ruin things, doesn't he?
See, a lot of people are kind of thinking that's weird. They're like, why would Doctor Strange do something so reckless? Because he's always been about, do whatever to protect the universe and that. So some people are kind of theorizing like that's not going to be actually Doctor Strange, or you know how wild these theories get.
That is Doctor. Like, here's the thing about Doctor Strange: he's still new in that universe. Yeah. So like, he's still like he's a bit of a like maverick.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we'll go do something fun. Yeah. Like, we'll go do something mental, mate.
I mean, they can do stuff like that, I would say.
You hear Willem Dafoe, and
is it going to be Willem Dafoe?
Yeah, he's been told.
Yeah. Yes. And obviously Alfred Molina as Doc Ock.
Oh,
he's my favourite, of all of the cinematic villains anyway.
Well, like, who are we going to get to? Who are we going to cast? And it's like, we've already cast them, mate.
Yeah,
20 years ago.
Jamie Foxx supposedly is in it as well,
and Rhys Ifans has come back as
cool. Sandman,
Lizard.
Was Landman?
Sandman is apparently going to be in it as well, though.
Yeah. Who played Sandman again? It was someone quite famous.
The guy we were talking about, he was in Sideways. Paul Giamatti.
Paul Giamatti, yeah.
No, he was with Paul Giamatti.
Thomas
something, or
is a big shitty rhino going to be in it?
Nah, I don't think so. Not that I've heard anyway. But these things that they're kind of not 100%
Thomas Church.
Because some people are saying for a glimpse of it, you see a guy in like a suit or wearing a shirt and stuff like that, and I was like, that's Charlie Cox, so Daredevil's going to be in it. You know what I mean? It's like you don't know that. But apparently he is doing a few cameos soon, so I don't know.
I need to watch it. Like, is Daredevil still on Netflix?
It's Netflix original. It's always going to be on Netflix.
Because the first season was just so good. Like, I kind of want to watch it again now, and be like.
First season was great. Second season was okay.
the writing going into the whole team up things was shit. But so like
season 3 was incredible as well.
So this Spider-Man film's going to be about 4 fucking hours long, probably.
Nah, I don't think it'll be that long.
We were joking about this before the podcast, but I think that the other 2 Spider-Men are only going to be in it for like 10 minutes.
I don't even think that, to be honest.
Well, is this not going to be the last Spider-Man movie anyway from Sony?
Don't think so. Nah, I don't think so. I don't
think the free movie deal. I thought that was
with Marvel, but they continue to own the rights to Spider-Man in perpetuity until they stop making Spider-Man films.
So are they going to keep using Tom Holland, or have they got to renew?
Don't know. I think it's up to them and Kevin Feige to figure that out, innit?
I think any kind of money, because it was the same with like the what ifs and stuff like that.
Yeah, I have not watched them yet.
I've not either. Like I was hoping they would all come out at the same time, but I've not actually. Like,
I've still not watched Loki yet either.
Yeah. But like, I remember when they were saying like, so what can we do with Spider-Man? Can we use him? Can we not? And then they basically just said, just use anyone you want, however you want to use them, and we'll figure it out later. Yeah. Basically, like, we'll throw enough money at it that people will shut up. Like,
the thing with Sony is they're not going to say no to monetizing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's their whole game.
Yeah.
So like, I think this will be Andrew Garfield at the end going, "Hi, remember me, Andrew Garfield from 2012's The Amazing Spider-Man? I'm here to..."
Everyone's like, no.
Like, who?
Guys, and Tom Maguire and Tom Holland are like, fuck that guy, man.
Yeah. There was a picture I put up, I think it was brilliant. It was like, everyone outside in Spider-Man 3 doing the Tobey Maguire dance. It was like Doctor Strange, like just doing that, and everyone just wearing suits doing the
That's
dance.
pretty cool.
I was like, this needs to happen. If they can do that, I'd like fucking take my money.
So is this probably going to lead into Doctor Strange in the multiverse film?
Definitely.
Pretty much. I mean, it's kind of between WandaVision, Loki, and this is going to be like, it's introducing that there are multiple dimensions and stuff like that.
Yeah, they mentioned it as well. They said it's like this. You've opened up. There's multiverses that we know very, very little about.
We're going to see Marvel Zombies soon.
Well, that's going to be in the what if anyway.
Yeah, and then like I'm trying to think of all the other comic book stories I remember for alternate universes.
Apparently, they're wanting to do like a Secret Wars as well.
Secret Wars is cool. Secret Wars is cool. I want to know if they're going to do X-Men.
Yeah,
like, that'd be nice. Yeah. Finally.
House of M maybe as well.
House of M would be amazing. But House of M leads into
that was one of the kind of
Civil War and stuff like that.
That was one of the, like, WandaVision was kind of slightly taken from that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Because Wanda is the most powerful person in that fucking universe.
Apparently, they were looking at like basically redoing the ending of WandaVision to include Doctor Strange in it, because he was originally meant to be in it, but then all the delays and all that. You know, when you see her at the very end of it, they wanted some kind of like a bit of a stronger connection with Doctor Strange, because it was meant to be that finished, and then like right after that, Doctor Strange took him out.
Oh, right, okay. Man, COVID's ruined everything.
Yeah.
Saying that, Shang-Chi's coming out soon.
Yep,
that looks
Friday,
awesome.
isn't it?
That looks awesome.
Yeah, and the kind of early reviews are superb.
It looks like a really good kung fu film.
Yeah.
Like, and I like this is them going, fuck it, throw this at, like, it's obviously an appeal to the China market.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, we need a Chinese superhero. But they're going...
Doesn't mean it's going to be a bad film.
No, I'm just saying, like, isn't it them... This is a corporate decision. It's not a... Shang-Chi's because Shang-Chi's not a popular character.
I've never heard him.
He's kind of like Iron Fisty.
He was like associated with Heroes for Hire and stuff like that, like Iron Fist and Luke Cage and...
Very racist back in the day, wasn't it, that comic?
Oh, they all were.
Iron Fist was a big failure, which is a shame because I like Danny Rand.
The annoying thing about Iron Fist being a failure was the first season wasn't brilliant, second season was starting to be really good, and then they cancelled it.
That's like, I'm hoping that they figure this out. Like the is it Defenders?
Yeah, Defenders was when they all
wasn't good.
Nah.
But Luke Cage was good on his own. Daredevil was good on his own.
They were all good on their own, to be honest. Like,
yeah, and Jessica Jones was good on their own.
Yeah.
And fucking, like, it's just that
Punisher as well, you know.
That combining. Oh, Punisher was amazing. I watched the clip of the Punisher again, and like John Bernthal's just fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, man, he's awesome.
That reminds me, I did watch another film, Ford versus Ferrari. You ever seen that?
No, I remember at the time seeing the trailers and thinking that looks interesting. I'd quite like to see that, but
It is. It's pretty fucking good. I watched it. I I watched it on my Remuxes, like, and it came with like a 5.1 surround sound like file of it, and like see the sound you get off the car. It sounds so fucking good. Great film. Watch it. Not much to say about it. You drive cars in it.
Yeah. I mean, there's not much else coming out trailer wise, or any movies that are really coming out from what I've seen of anyone's released. If anyone else has seen anything like major, I think Spider-Man basically just took over it all.
That's the main one.
Twitter went into meltdown.
I'm excited for Dune.
Yeah, a lot of people were shitting on that already.
Nah, well, people will, because Dune's like Dune looks like a fucking Dune is like, remember when Valerian came out a couple of years ago?
Yeah.
And it's like these sci-fi films that I personally fucking loved Valerian, and I loved Battle Angel Alita. Like these kind of weird sci-fi films that aren't backed up by like a huge IP.
But Dune was like a cult classic before the old one. So.
Yeah, but this looks like one of them really expensive science fiction films that no one's going to go see except me, and be like, wow, this is amazing.
Yeah. I don't know. From what I've seen of it, it looks interesting.
Batista's in it.
I wasn't massively into the original one, but this one looks a bit more.
Big Dave and Jason Momoa, is it?
There's quite a lot of good cast, actually. Good cast members. I can't remember any off the top of my head, but I remember watching the trailer and be like, oh, they're in it. Oh, they're in it. Oh, Batista. Oh, they're in it.
I love Batista.
Yeah. Like, we'll just jump into some game stuff and that as well if you want, guys, because
it's video game podcast.
Yeah, it's video game podcast. Horizon Zero Dawn has got an official date now, Hugh, for the Forbidden West.
It got delayed, didn't it?
February 18th 2022.
At least I know it.
But it's not far away.
But they did say that they are releasing a Horizon Zero Dawn update for 60 frames as well, and it should be out
that
now.
That game will be really good in 60 frames.
Very crisp.
I can't, like, I've got so many games that I've got on my list. Like, I pinned it. Like, someone was like on that podcast I sent you. I listened to Define and Duke, the Xbox one. They were like, see the list of games I'm playing. I just pin them.
Yeah.
So like, I go on my Xbox and it's like, wait, I'm in the middle of these games. Let's play them. I've got like 7 games. Yakuza 7 still there, and I'm like, I'll get back to you, Ichiban. I'll get back to you. And like, then like, Dom will say, oh, remember Final Fantasy X? And I'm like, I remember Final Fantasy X.
I remember that game.
And then like, I'm like, I should start Final Fantasy X again. And then like, Horizon's a fucking 60-hour game nearly.
I miss the days when I would just play a game and then I would just play it until I was completely finished with it, and then I would just move on. Like, I just can't do it.
Do you get the stress now because you're like, I bought this game, I need to play it, and you're like, I don't have enough time, and I want to play that one over there.
But I need to finish it.
Yeah, no, and then sometimes you get a big one, you're like, right, I don't want to play that, so I'll need to find a wee one I can fit in between. I'll play it and finish that, because I can't play that and then not finish it and
no
have
one
another
gets these
one.
Stresses, do they?
Nah. It's a hard life, man.
Yeah. Also, release date for Halo Infinite.
Yeah, this is
8th of December. Yeah,
they're releasing the game in bits. I'm not fussed, to be honest. The multiplayer is one that I'm excited, boys. I honestly think this could be the resurgence. You know,
back to like Halo 3 days.
Well,
see,
when was Halo 3 days? Like 2008, 9, 10. Those 3 kind of years.
I think we were playing it in like 2006, 7, weren't we? Like,
yeah.
Well, 2007 is when Halo 3 came out. So like, I think we were playing it 2008, 9, 10.
I just remember we were playing it with people that we were in school with, and that was like we left 2006. So
yeah, so we played Halo 3 to death. Halo 4 we didn't play online. Halo Reach I didn't play online. I got Master Chief Collection. We all know the issues.
So
Master Chief Collection.
That's what my worry is, if it's going to be another Master Chief.
I have faith.
That was good eventually, though.
Eventually, yeah.
I have faith that they like last year it got good.
Yeah.
I have faith that they realise that this is it.
Make or break, I think.
Like, if this fucks up, Halo is not unsalvageable, but you are going to have to leave it for at least 10 years. Like,
you would hope that they've learned from their mistakes with the Master Chief Collection. But
5 was mid, even though I enjoyed the campaign, it was kind of mid. But there's so much like negativity around that, a bit around 5 and then around the Master Chief Collection, and then Infinite got that weird gameplay video that no one liked, and then it got delayed a year, and then it just always seems like there's something else.
Yeah,
it doesn't seem like they go, Halo's out now, by the way.
Yeah, directors walked out twice. There's like 2 different ones.
I think there's a lot of pressure on this game.
There's a lot riding on this, absolutely.
Because Gears 5 came out, and Gears 5 was a success. I fucking loved Gears 5. Still haven't beat it. Probably should be back to that stupid fucking boss, that like, the Maw, I think she was called. Like, I think I just Scotched her up, and it might have been the mother.
It's Maw.
but like you had to shoot her in the back, and she kind of jumped on you. I think I was doing something else at the time, and like I kind of finished there. But like I was loving the game at that point.
Yeah.
So Gears has made its big comeback, and it's going to make an even bigger comeback because they're now building Gears 6 on Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah, but they've got that momentum. You know what I mean?
Yes.
From 5.
Because Gears 4 wasn't bad.
Yeah, it was alright. Yeah.
But people are just sick of that, like because
you're shooting robots.
They just replaced Marcus with Marcus's son, which everyone was like, I'm kind of bored with that. And they're like, right, cool, Kate's the main character, and she's got this backstory, and everyone's like, oh, that's different. I don't know. I also said, remember the first stream we ever did, right? Do you remember the first stream we ever did? It was after we recorded our first podcast, and we were in my house, and we were kind of streaming Soul Calibur 6.
I vaguely remember it.
Right, and then we got one viewer, and we were like, oh wow, we got one viewer, this is the first time we ever streamed. And he was like, hey guys, and we were like, hi, how's it going? And he's like, she's like Gears, and we're like, oh, we love Gears. How shit is it that the characters are female now? And we're like,
oh yeah.
We were like, I don't know, man. Like,
why does that make it bad?
I haven't played it yet. Like, it could be good, could be bad, and like, he was just like, nah, it should be shit. That guy just had like a couple of bad breakups. Like,
he's got a hard on for Marcus Phoenix, and he's like, "Oh, it's not Marcus Phoenix. It's not."
I just remember that because I remember us all kind of being like, "Oh fuck!" Like, just
our first encounter with a fan,
and he's just like angry about women in games.
Also, Saints Row got a reboot. As well, and it's taken like quite a lot of the assets from Saints Row 4 supposedly, or all the superpower stuff and that, and they're just rebooting it.
I don't get Saints Row anymore. I thought it was a GTA type game, and
the first couple were like, then 3 started to go a bit mental, and then 4 was just insane. Like,
get out of hell, you're like the president.
Yeah, you
went to hell.
You become a president.
You get to cure cancer or world hunger, and you go like either or, and then you try to figure out you can't be like, no, you can't cure world hunger by feeding people cancer victims. That's not how this works. It's just like
I don't get it. But like, I've always kind of wanted to play it. It's one of them games that have been on the periphery, and you're like, oh, Saints Row's a good series I should play.
In the 4th one, you have superpowers, but it's not actually superpowers. It's because you're in a simulation, because an alien abducts you, and you're in this like simulated world, and you need to break the simulation.
You think you're making this better?
No, I'm telling you how ridiculous it is.
Well, like, cool. Like, are they going to go more? Are they going to lean into the craziness?
Yeah, they said it's going to go cross-platform as well, so it's just going to be absolutely wild, so everyone can play. It'll basically be like a Fortnite. I think they're trying to do that. Maybe a battle royale, or
is it not? I thought it was going to be like a kind of remaster of the like first and second one, like back to its more Grand Theft Auto roots.
What I'm seeing is like it looks like it's a multiplayer sort of online thing for like that, like a GTA, but with a story of the first and second one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough.
We could go into more news about like Activision Blizzard. I mean, Andy quickly covered that, and I wasn't really like, I'm like, it's depressing.
I don't think we can add anything to that conversation.
Yeah,
like I think it's awful.
Veto.
They should be punished, but I don't have anything that anyone would care to listen to.
You never do. You still talk.
It's a subject where like what's your opinion? I think it's bad.
Yeah,
of course it's bad. I mean, like they turn around like they're shredding
this one.
No, they're shredding evidence and stuff like that. I mean, they're just making themselves look worse. They've came out and made a statement to say, like, we are taking care of this stuff, and you're like, well, you're not. Obviously.
The one thing I'm confused about is how the fuck is Bobby Kotick walking away for this?
Yeah,
unscathed.
Yeah,
the biggest fucking crook, scumbag in fucking gaming, highest paid CEO in the world. Even his own investors were like, how are you getting so much money? He's a fucking, like, he is a scumbag.
The money insulates him and gets him influence and stuff like that. So
I was watching a lot of stuff to do it, right? And like, see when they found out that Blizzard had all these institutional issues with people in positions, he didn't just get rid of those people because it was the right thing to do. He got rid of them because he could then put in people that would be his guys.
Yeah.
Like, it's disgusting. Yep. It's corporatism.
It's bad.
And
yeah, like, I mean, there's not much else news we can talk about that's not really related, unless Hugh has got a bright idea right now.
The remakes of the GTA 3 series.
Okay, right. Is that true?
Yeah. I don't know if this has been confirmed, but Rockstar Take-Two came out and said they're remaking 3 Rockstar games. It's not going to be Billy, because Billy's not it won't fit into it with today's culture.
Yeah.
It won't be GTA 4 because it's not the most like Grand Theft Auto. It was alright. It had issues.
It was okay, and it was quite.
But it's no one's favourite.
Quite advanced, but it doesn't stand out at all.
Are we getting a remake of GTA 5 finally for the PS5?
Man,
so you think it's going to be like...
No, it's the Warriors. I mean, no. It's
oh, man, see, it was the Warriors. That'd be great.
I like the Warriors, man.
No, guys, it's
Manhunt?
State of Emergency.
Mate, I like that as well.
I like that too. But
it's a manhunt.
I would love it to be manhunt. That would be amazing.
Here's the thing: see, when you start going through it, you start chopping them off, don't you? You start going, it's not going to be manhunt because the reason they stopped manhunt was because of the controversy around manhunt.
Can you remember the controversy of that? I was in school when that was happening. I was like, whoa.
You can kill people in awful ways. I'm like, have you never played a game before? No.
Yeah. See,
and then you play it and you're like, this is fucking nothing. This is shite.
Mario jumped on a cunt's head.
Yeah.
Jumped on a cunt's head.
Yeah.
Mario stomped a bitch out constantly and no one said in.
Will yell on Yahoo.
Taking drugs.
See, when you were doing your like pacifist run in Undertale, I was looking for something to stream and I was like, I need to even out this like non-killing, like, so what can I play? And I was going to play and stream Manhunt, but
it's a very short game as well, isn't it?
Well, apparently there's a lot of bugs and stuff like that in the PC version, and there is like kind of complicated ways to try and fix it, but I was like, I'm meant to be streaming tonight, I don't want to be looking at this just now. So
the other rumour is Max Payne.
Oh, I love that.
But
that'd be good,
I have this, I don't think Max Payne isn't a big series anymore. They lost a lot of money in Max Payne 3, I think.
Well,
even though I heard that was amazing.
Yeah, Max Payne 3
it was nice, but it was just another generic like cover shooter, or he's this guy. But whereas 1 and 2 had like proper like depth and like that. Like, I don't know if you remember like playing 1 or anything like that.
I played 1 for a little bit when I was younger, but like
themes and stuff like that. Whereas 3 was just kind of like, oh right, he used to be.
Did you see the film?
Max Payne and
Mark
Wahlberg, Mila Kunis or something.
So like people have done this. They went through the Rockstar's library and went, if they're going to do 3, it's going to be 3, Vice City,
San Andreas. Yeah.
And like, can you imagine in this day and age playing Vice City, boys?
That would be nice, man.
Just cruising down, listening to fucking the tunes.
Yeah, Ozzy Osbourne, Bark at the Moon and stuff like that.
Knocking a few cunts down on the way to the strip club that you bought.
I would like the Max Payne 1. I mean, I think 3 that lost its appeal with they didn't go with it was all cutscenes and live cutscenes rather than the comic book style they were going for.
Yeah, Max Payne 3 just didn't feel like a Max Payne game. Like, it was just it could have been
any
other game.
I don't think Rockstar made the originals, did they?
I couldn't tell you.
I think they bought.
Was it 3D Realms?
I think they bought the series before that. I'm not 100% on this, but if you were Rockstar and they said, right, you can remake 3 games,
what ones is it going to be?
It's going to be the GTA 3 trilogy.
Yeah,
and like I'm excited to play San Andreas again. CJ's a boy, you know what I mean?
I've got like a kind of.
Those games are prime for a remake as well now, because all you need to use is the GTA 5 engine.
Yeah.
Work backwards,
I can't remember if it's just like a version of like a downloaded game that I've got of San Andreas, but I play it now and again.
Yeah, there's an upgrade on the Xbox.
Upgraded one, and it's fine. I mean, it's obviously dated with the graphics and stuff like that, but it's still
I thought they went backwards after San Andreas.
Yeah, they lost the customization where you can make CJ pure buff or pure fat.
I had them like
a lot of people. I think that annoyed a lot of people though, but I like that kind of thing.
Customization.
I like that, man. That was so cool. San Andreas was so massive, it felt like back in the day.
I remember always making CJ fat as fuck and then cycling into people because you could kill them when you're when you ran into them. You couldn't do it when you're buff. You could cycle like full force.
Who was his pal that looked like he was a big guy with the glasses?
What was his name?
Big Smoke.
Big Smoke, yeah. I have a number 9. Like, he speaks like that. Is there any other news then, Hugh? Do you think we could...
No.
No?
There was a Pokemon Direct and they showed more Pokemon Diamond, Brilliant Diamond, something, some
Pretty
stupid
Pearl.
It's not like 900 Pokemon now.
Oh, there's
like I'm not exaggerating. Is it not around about 800, 900?
Yeah,
Pokemon?
that was the whole thing with Pokemon though. It was going to always get good.
Ridiculous.
But like that's fine. Like if you get a game every 3-4 years with some new Pokemon, it's not that bad. You're coming in 20 years after the fact, Hamish.
Yeah, that's true.
After the first 150, Hamish was like, I'm out.
Yeah. I'm an OG, mate. What can I say?
I think last one I played was Silver and Gold. But like I think we've had this conversation. But like Arceus was is it Arceus or Arceus?
Arceus.
I'm hoping it's Arceus.
Arceus looks cool.
Yeah, it was okay.
It's the most interesting Pokemon game they've shown in since Gold and Silver.
Yeah, is at least like, that you hide from the bushes and you attack Pokemon rather than the other way around. I think that was a good concept.
I'd always like to come out and fucking suck a punch a Pikachu right in the fucking face, man.
Take out you rat.
Like just put a Jigglypuff so far away.
I just see it float away.
just fuck up a few Pokemon from outside the fucking right boys.
So you go from
right boys, we got this Mankey. We got this Mankey.
That's all well and good until we get our asses kicked by
a fucking Mankey just does us in. Run boys, run!
He's just chasing after me, his arms in the air.
We think it's a Mankey and it's like a Machop or something.
Oh
Geodude.
shit!
A Machop with 4 arms that starts beating the shit out.
This is the most interesting Pokemon thing since Detective Pikachu the film. I loved that film.
Yeah, it was good.
And it was pretty good.
Like took Pokemon Summer cool.
Yeah.
Like, I will get this game. It looks like Breath of the Wild Pokemon. I don't have much else. They didn't show more.
No,
that was fine. Can't wait till Metroid Dread as well. That looks cool. But, Pokemon Arceus.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks great. And it touches that nostalgia in this 33-year-old man's
cold heart.
Yes.
So guys, we got some questions in from our Instagram folk. So that was Patches In Official, if you want to send us in a question. So we got 3 pretty good ones.
Actual questions.
Not
just sarcastic replies.
Yeah, not asking for kebabs or anything like that. So first one we get from Mabel, who's always sending questions for us. If you could voice any game character, who would it be and why? We'll take that to Hugh first because he looks very deep and thought about it.
My brain went straight to the Final Fantasy series.
Because they don't speak in the original ones. Then there's an easy job.
I'll be Squall because it's just like, whatever, man.
Just angst.
Aye. Whatever. Yeah, whatever. That's all. I think it says whatever is in the script. Yeah. No, I know who I want to be. I want to be Broly.
You want to be
from
Broly?
Dragon Ball Z Fighters.
Just yell.
I took a video of that before, yeah. He's just like, wah! 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 I'm like,
pretty sure we've got plenty of clips of you doing that already. So
I know, I wouldn't even need to try.
In the studio.
I wouldn't even need to try.
Got it in nice isolated form.
Tidus. I'd be Tidus.
Oh, for the laugh.
Like, ha 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 ha.
Is there any reason why you would pick those ones? So just to be a Final Fantasy? That's a lot of dialogue.
Squall won't be a lot of dialogue.
It's mostly ellipses, isn't it?
It's like,
just noises, grunts.
I'm too cool for these cunts. That's what he's thinking.
That's what he's thinking.
I'm not like. I stumble, as anyone knows in this podcast, I stumble over my words quite a lot. I'd be the worst fucking voice actor, man.
Oh, but you could always do double takes and stuff like I do.
Yeah.
I go, habba, and I just edit it out and go, see, I sound alright. I just say words completely wrong.
I know, sometimes I like hear the podcast, I'm like, Dom didn't even say that. He's added that in later.
Or he totally messes something up and we just keep going. It's because we know him so well that we know what he meant. Like we got the gist
exactly.
of it, but if people listening must have been like, what?
Or I've been doing an entire podcast and I've been edited out entirely.
Oh, that must have been some ghost that doesn't have a microphone.
Also, you picked them up this face.
He really didn't.
The only last person I would do is Dracula from Castlevania.
Oh, okay.
What is a man? But
miserable pirate with secrets.
Yes, but I would
throw your glass down.
I love that, man.
Hamish.
I think I'd pick something from like a
well
loved franchise like Colonel Shepherd or something like that. Because that's pretty easy. He doesn't really, apart from getting a wee bit heated and stuff like that, he doesn't really
emote.
Yeah, do a whole lot. Or like Solid Snake or something like that.
Do Master Chief but be scared all the time.
This is war, this is terrifying.
I think that would change the total tone of the game.
Because his mouth and he's running, he's like, I am shooting, pow 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 pow. Make it out to be a total idiot.
I mean, the thing is with like maybe Geralt, but then with Geralt or Snake you'd need to like, before I got to the studio, be like really hungover, drink like on the way, and then smoke like 7 cigars and then 2 packs of cigarettes and stuff like that, just to get the gravelly voice.
Yeah,
like
sounds like you anyway.
Would you like it because of the story, or was it just more because you know it's an iconic role?
He just wants to be. He wants to pretend he's cool. That's it.
Pretty much, yeah. Because it's an iconic role. I mean, like how quotable is like Mass Effect and stuff like that. You know? Like,
yeah, that's true. It's Metal
reminds me
Gear.
That's a game I need to continue playing. I went with Rex.
What about you, Dom?
From Mass Effect.
Rex from Mass Effect. Shepard.
Shivered.
You want to be Liara? No.
That silence says it all.
I was going to go for it, and then I was like,
that's the only reason I said it. I was like, come on, do it here.
No, like that's going to be clipped so fast.
What about you, Dom?
What annoying character?
What about Link?
Jar Jar from the Phantom Menace game.
He speaks in the second movie and then doesn't speak at all in the third. He's just there carrying a coffin.
Could be seen in the background. He's a puppet master.
Yeah,
I'm sure he's been in some games, hasn't he? Like,
yeah.
Is games or movies? There's games in it. Yeah.
Game character. Maybe Batman. Maybe Nathan Drake. Would be a great one, or Dante from the Devil May Cry series. I think it would be great. Just like this party's getting started.
You can play Guilty Spark.
Yeah,
from
Halo. Yeah.
Hey!
What's going over here?
Why am I always picking Dom's characters to be annoying character?
I don't know. I'm like fucking. What's his name from Portal? Stephen Merchant's character.
Oh,
Wheatus.
How often do we go?
Wheaty.
How often do we go?
What's that guy?
What's that actor?
I would say maybe that like Nathan Drake again, because I love the Uncharted series, and I think like he's got such a. It's Troy Baker who does. He's got such good roles, and he's got such an iconic voice that. You do that, like, or Metal Gear, like, if you get Snake or Ocelot, they've got like a lot of big dramatic speeches.
I know who
and stuff.
Jason can go.
Who would Jason go?
Goofy. From the Goofy game.
Gorge.
Jimmy Savile from Jim Fix from PS1.
Cut that out, Dom.
Jim will fix it, what?
Oh no,
Jason's had one video.
Jason can be one of the fucking other characters from Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. Like one of the like shitty like made up characters like Oompa Doompa or something like that.
Oompa Doompa.
You're not Sebulba, you know that cool. Sebulba.
You could be the ranker.
Yeah, Palpatine would have a good one actually.
Chewie. You'd be Chewie, aye. But you're not hairy enough. Yeah, actually, you're pretty fucking hairy.
To be one of the Gungans.
Fucking Gungans.
Do you remember that stream where Jason just kept shouting like "Kill the Gungans"? Kill the Gungans! Kill the Gungans! Like Jason, man, stop shouting "Kill the Gungans!"
Thanks very much for the question there, Mabel. So the next question is coming from It's Gavin Gaming. If you've not followed him on Twitch, give him a wee follow.
It's Gavin. Is that his theme tune?
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Is it
Gav,
It's Gavin Gaming. That's
usually owe me money for that, Gav.
No, his one's usually It's Gavin. It's Gavin Gaming. That's me. That's this one.
Mine's is better.
Yeah, yours is a wee bit better.
You write him a song, Dom. I'll be like,
this is you song. It goes like this. You song. This is you song. Yeah. See,
you owe money for that now.
How do I owe you money? I wrote it.
What is his question?
So, question is, what game means so much to you that you would make you buy a console if the game went exclusive? So, if there's any game franchise, you'd be like, "Fuck, I'm gonna." That's it.
I already do that.
Yeah,
I bought a PS5 for Ghost of Tsushima, Horizon Zero Dawn. But if you're gonna say
if it was a brand new console, a completely one that has nothing to do with Sony, Microsoft, or Nintendo, is like this new console, you could only get this game from this console. What game would you? Final Fantasy?
Final Fantasy 16 is a PS5 exclusive. If I wasn't an owner of it already, I would have bought it for that.
Okay.
If the next Witcher game, if Witcher 4 was like on an exclusive console, even though I was slightly burned with Cyberpunk, I would just have to know. I would just have to, or if it was like Witcher 3 was only available on it, then
yeah.
But yeah, that's a franchise that I'm always probably gonna love. So
I'm surprised you didn't say like FIFA or anything like that. You're usually like
I might be not buying this year's FIFA. Kind of try not to play it anymore.
Yeah,
it's not a great game. It's not good for my blood pressure.
Yeah, because it's quite stressful.
Yeah, I mean, there's no one in my life that can beat me at it. So it's mostly people online. So like, I'm the best player in our friend group. So I don't really have a challenge.
Okay.
So like, there's no point in me playing it anymore.
There's no one that really even comes close, is
there?
No,
like to be honest, it's like almost double figure goals I'm getting in at these people.
Yeah.
That's a big line in your head.
If you're going to go a specific game, I have bought like Final Fantasy 8 on loads of consoles.
Yeah.
But I don't buy it for. But like, if you turn the question around and say, what game would you always buy on consoles?
Yeah.
It's like 8 and 10.
Yeah.
Well, I did buy a PS4 specifically for God of War and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Because obviously Spider-Man's not on. God, neither of them are on Xbox. And obviously I have played other things on PlayStation.
Yeah.
But that was definitely just for them. And even if I had bought it and just played either of them, I would be like, yeah, it's worth it.
I don't think like Hamish is a massive Xbox fanboy, but like I don't think I'm a fanboy of any specific console maker. I'm very attracted to who's got the best situation at the time.
Yeah.
Like I flip flop so fast. Like Game Pass was there. I'm a big PlayStation exclusives guy. Oh, Game Pass. Oh, fuck that, man. I'm going to try Game Pass for a bit. The Xenoblade Chronicles come out for the Switch. I'll jump onto the Switch for a bit. Like,
yeah.
I'm a games fan.
Kind of allegiance to anyone.
I'm pretty much just a games fan. I'm not really what's the point in being Microsoft's fan? They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, well, I mean, I definitely do prefer the Xbox, but it's not like I was like,
it's the ecosystem you like.
I'm not playing those games, I guess, because I'm not going to buy a PlayStation. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just, if I think of it, want to play a game,
I heard a rumour, right?
Fire up my Xbox, not my PlayStation, you know?
I don't know if this is true, but Xbox said that people who are on PlayStation now, if you want to come across and if they couldn't, they can keep the same name and they will transfer their trophies that they can to achievements so that you can have like that, because that's a big thing for people, the trophies and achievements.
Yeah, I've spent years building up these trophies. Like,
obviously it has to be games that are on that platform too.
Yeah.
But how weird would that be? Like, if you were a guy with like, you know, they played all your multiplats on a PlayStation console and you went, fuck it, I want Game Pass.
Yeah.
So you move across and they just go, right, cool, you get 150,000 gamer score off the bat. Because those really psychological things really make a difference to people.
Yeah. Yes.
But anyway, what about you, Dom?
I would say I've already done that before with the Wii U when I bought for Bayonetta 2, exclusively on that. Like, I was like, that was, you know, so anything generally by Platinum. If there was a Platinum game that I really wanted to get, I don't know, what about a game called Scalebound that I bought a fucking Xbox One S for that never fucking came out.
But that's your fault.
That is my fault. Again, like, you know, I did think, you know, in hindsight when I was going, yeah, this will be amazing, you're playing like a Devil May Cry character with dragons, and then I was like, this game looks way too good to be on an Xbox One. But anything generally like that, Bayonetta, Devil May Cry, Street Fighter might be a good one as well, but then Street Fighter 5's only just got good now with all the new characters and the mechanics they fixed into it, but a lot of people are saying that this is them just leading into Street Fighter 6, so it's like...
Do you know, I love the fact that they've got 5 Street Fighters and they still release 2 like 6 times a year.
Yeah.
Like Street Fighter 2's got like a release, like, new Street Fighter 2 collection's coming out. I've got like 6 other Street Fighter 2 collections, but like, I will buy this one too.
Yeah, fuck yeah. This one's got Gail's got a new hair. I want it. But yeah, thanks very much, Gav. That's a really good question.
See, for like you said, what game do you say, like Bayonetta and stuff like
Bayonetta,
that?
any Platinum games in the Devil May Cry.
Like, see when Bayonetta 2 came out for the Wii U, were you a bit mad? Were you like, fuck this, man, I have to buy a Wii U?
No. Because again, like, it was going quite cheap when I got it. I got a bunch of games with it. I got to play Super Mario World, Super Mario 3D World, which was a great game. But a lot of them now are on the Switch, so...
Do you know what, like, I still have a Wii U, right? And the only reason I keep it was because of Wind Waker and Twilight Princess. I think those are the only games that are really on it that aren't on the Switch now.
Mm-hmm.
Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm never completing that game. So, like, why? Like, it annoys me why Nintendo don't just, you know, release those games to the Switch.
You could easily do that.
We've had this conversation many times.
No, but if I keep saying it, it might materialise.
Okay, so last question we got from Angistique.graphique.
Who's that?
It's Angie, mate.
Who's that?
She does, like, girlfriend.
Who?
She'll fucking kick you in the nuts.
No,
next time you see you.
I'm sorry, Angie. We like you better than we like Dom, by the way.
Yeah. Trade them out.
Thanks, guys. So, funnily enough, you mentioned Detective Pikachu. Angie was actually watching that earlier and seen that Bill Knightley was in it.
Oh, yeah.
So, her question is, do you have that actor who you watch a film, TV show just because they're in it?
A few, yeah. Like, Anthony Hopkins is one.
Yeah?
I think he's an incredible actor. I don't know if you've ever watched Westworld, season 1 of
Yeah,
Westworld.
oh my god, he's fucking so good in that.
Incredibly powerful scenes. Obviously, all his Hannibal Lecter stuff was amazing. Tom Hardy, I think, is an amazing actor.
Okay.
Who else? Let's see. Jack Nicholson. He's probably like my favourite actor when I was kind of young, growing up in that. He's the first one that got me actually paying attention to actors and actresses rather than like, just whatever the film was about.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably more, but
right now it's Idris Elba.
Oh yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, like if Idris Elba's in something, I'll be like, okay, give it a go. Yeah. And see if it's any good. Do you know some people like Christian Bale, Matt Damon? Like the only reason I watched Ford versus Ferrari was because Matt Damon and Christian Bale were in it, and I was like, well, that's got to be a good film. Like,
yeah.
Oh, Matthew McConaughey. I mean, he had a kind of bad run of like just rom-coms and stuff like that.
He got out of that pretty quick, though, didn't he?
But
like,
his last bunch of films that I've seen have all been pretty incredible. So, not that he can do no wrong, but it seems like he knows a good part when he sees it now.
Matthew McConaughey is a good show, man. Lincoln Lawyer was the start of his like renaissance, if you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. Lincoln Lawyer was a lot of fun. Saying that, now that you've said Idris Elba and Matthew McConaughey, it just reminds me of The Dark Tower and how annoyed I was at that film.
But I mean, just because they do a bad movie doesn't mean it's like, you
still like, again, big sci-fi film. I liked it. No one else liked it.
I really liked it. I enjoyed it.
I think a lot of the problem was that it was nothing like the books. But Stephen King helped write it, and he was like, "Oh, we're just going to do it differently."
Yeah.
And the fans were like, "No, Stephen, you can't do anything.
It's not like I remember when I read it." Yeah. I think it's quite hard. Like, for me, for the longest time, it was anything that Jack Black was in. For the longest time, like even Get Envy. Or was it Envy? Yeah, it was for the longest time anything
Natural
he was
Libre?
in. Yep. Everything I went and seen. Natural Libre was. Ugh.
I
didn't know that was a Nickelodeon movie till I walked in. I was like, oh no, this is just going to be fart jokes and stuff. And yeah, it was.
I wasn't a fan of anything. Like, everyone loves Jack Black, right? But I wasn't a huge Tenacious D guy. Like, I find a lot of their stuff just kind of alright. And then School of Rock was alright. Mm-hmm. Like, it was weird.
Did you see the Tenacious D movie?
I started watching it like 5 times and just got bored of it. I think I don't find Jack Black funny.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a bit overplayed now, he used to be
as like, I still think he was alright, like in Welcome to the Jungle, like the Jumanji movies. He's been fine, like with them. Kung Fu Panda.
He was great in Jumanji. I gotta say, it was great in Jumanji.
Yeah.
So anything with his name on it. I kind of got into Jason Statham movies because of Lomax as well, and I really like his, like anything that he's seen. We went and seen Mockingbird, which was a really weird artsy Jason Statham movie.
Again, we've got to bring up the fact that Simon, our friend Simon, who we love, right, I'm putting it out there, will find time to watch every single Jason Statham film, even though they're all the same, but refuses to watch the original Star Wars trilogy because he doesn't have time now. That man is a liar.
Yeah, he's got plenty of time.
And a charlatan. And a fraud. Is that the same thing? Is that
pretty much?
I don't know. I don't have a dictionary.
Like, right now, he's not watching Star Wars to annoy us, and it's working.
You say us, he's annoying you.
Yeah,
Jason.
I wasn't thinking of that at all.
Dude, I nearly had a fight with Simon when I just met him. The first time I met him, I had his phone and all that, and I was raging at him, and I was going to kill him the first time I met him.
Because of Star Wars?
Now I'm his boss, and I have the chance to fire him if I want to, if he annoys me that much.
No, don't do that. That's mean. Just treat him bad.
Just treat him bad.
Nah, kid not. But like,
put in some false reports against him.
I got to turn that question around a little bit, like Simon. Like, is there any film you won't watch because there's an actor in it?
Well, I was still like, it was one.
Sorry, were you still answering?
I was still answering before you just rudely interrupted me.
So
with your moan about Star Wars.
I thought you were finished with Jack Black.
Jack Black was like one I would always go and see. Alison Brie, I would watch her in anything. Like,
I bet you would.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Great actress.
After Community, I was just like, who is this? I've never heard of this lassie. And like,
who is this?
Who is this?
What was that noise?
But then, like, I watched, like, she did a movie, it was just Netflix exclusive, and I was like, oh, that wasn't very good. And
was that the wrestling? No, that was
a TV show.
And I was okay. It was okay. It wasn't. But it was a mad movie. It was like, I can't even really remember. I just remember not liking it. And it kind of put me off. Again, it's hard to do stuff like that when you, like, watch a movie that easy enough to say, like, anything that's Simon Pegg, Nick Frost, I'll watch anything with the two of them in it, like, together, like, they're playing off each other. Even when you watch Paul, like the Alien one with Seth Rogen.
I was just about to say Paul wasn't very good.
Yeah, it was okay.
It's because they didn't write it though.
Yeah, it wasn't Edgar Wright. It was just
it was.
They're just an American movie for it as well.
It was like that one where they were like, "Oh, we made Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz. Now we're going to make our big American breakthrough film, and it was like, this isn't that great.
Yeah. Kate Blanchett, I'd maybe watch it with her in it, actually.
Yeah,
she's a good actress.
Yeah, it's hard to find like an actor that's really sort of has that appeal. We could say The Rock, but The Rock's been in like
Michael Keaton.
The thing is,
Michael
like
Keaton,
The Rock's all charisma, but all he ever plays is The Rock. You know?
Ryan Reynolds as well. You'd say
even like Kevin Hart and stuff like that. Like,
Rampage was not a good film.
I've not seen that yet, actually.
Is it San Andreas?
San Andreas, yeah, where he had like
bad film.
Yeah, he's missing a leg or something. Yeah.
There's a few Rock films that are just like.
Okay, we get it. Yeah, we get it.
We get it. You're giant and you've got big arms. Cool. Thanks, The Rock.
So anyway, you were saying like if it was the reverse, there was a movie. Is
there films you won't watch because of actors that are in it?
Michael Cera, like I generally try to avoid anything that he's in.
Yep.
And it's not for his acting ability. I just don't know. It's just his face.
I like him in Arrested Development, right?
Yeah, he's good in that and Superbad.
Superbad's fun, but after that, I'm done with that character. I did not like Scott Pilgrim. I must be one of the only people on this planet that doesn't like Scott Pilgrim.
I got like halfway through and I was like, this is awful, and I just turned it off.
I think I brought it up because I rewatched it like as a Netflix watch like a couple of months ago during lockdown, and I was like, do you know what, maybe I was too harsh on it, but then I didn't really understand what the character was supposed to be. I went in going, this guy's an asshole, why does anyone like this? And it's like, he isn't, he's supposed to be an asshole. And okay, that makes sense. But then, like, you could always take yourself out of there and go, right, okay.
Best part of the film was
where it ended.
Chris Evans, Brie Larson, like all the cameos were fun.
Yeah,
but Michael Cera and who's Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Yeah,
I didn't like them. Like, you're going to say you weren't meant to. I also didn't like Edgar Wright's overly gaming stuff. I know it's the Scott Pilgrim thing, but like I was just like, I think I was bored at the time of that kind of.
Probably maybe just like it was too much. Maybe see if you rewatch it and you appreciate
Kick-Ass
it.
Came out at the same time and stuff around the same time, and they were all similar feeling films, and I was like, I am bored of this feeling. And like I've never went back to Scott Pilgrim, and also I don't like Michael Cera's character. He's always just this shy loser, and I'm like,
you relate to it too much.
We get it. You're awkward.
It's a hard thing to overcome as well as being like that sort of actor that's typecast as well. Like I mean, there's like you get that with like a lot of other, you know, comedian actors. Like Adam Sandler gets a bad rap for that when he tries to do a serious role, and it's like, oh no, you're supposed to be goofy Adam Sandler.
Yeah,
you know, or it can be hard to break that sort of mold. So is there any other people you like?
There is Kirsten Stewart. Not a huge fan of her. Yeah.
Well, have you actually seen anything apart from Twilight?
Yeah, what's that film with Ryan Reynolds on it?
I didn't know she was in one with Ryan Reynolds.
And Michael Cera, I'm sure. There's a film, I can't remember what it's called. Summer? I can't remember. But I don't like that. Didn't like Twilight. Didn't like... Do you know what? I can't remember the names of the films. Yeah. I just didn't like anything with her in it.
I've not really seen a whole lot else that she's done, but I heard that she improved vastly. Same as like Robert Pattinson after Twilight. Like
Rob Pattinson
looked bad, but then after that they were like, oh, they're actually good.
Yeah, Rob Pattinson's a good actor. Pattinson is a good actor. Ain't me like
ain't with 50 Cent.
50 Cent.
Do you know what I can say? Anything with Hulk Hogan acting? Nah.
What's that?
Brother.
American woman comedian who was in Ghostbusters and stuff.
Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah, don't like Melissa McCarthy.
She was kind of funny, but she's another like
typecast.
Yeah, she's just the same character every time. But I feel like you won't appreciate this, Dom. I feel like she's gone the way of Jack Black. It's like it's not funny anymore. Like
kind of the way like Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly. They've all kind of went. John C. Reilly not so much because he's kind of taken that serious role a bit more.
He's shown done a few serious.
I like John C. Reilly. He's got charisma.
Yeah. Seth
Rogen, man. Like
Steve Carell, he's been like, you know, he's kind of had that bit, but then he's, you know, done a lot more serious acting. There's obviously with The Office and stuff like that.
He was in that film, The Big Short.
Mm-hmm. That was a great movie.
In that film. I was thinking of someone else there. Oh no, it's a director. It's Judd Apatow.
Oh, you love Judd Apatow?
Oh, fuck that guy, man. Every one of his films are an hour longer than they need to be. You ever seen This Is 40?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I turned it off. Me and Sinead turned it off. We're like, this is...
By the time this movie finishes, I'll be 40.
Right, like,
this is getting too real.
It wasn't that it was too real. It was just two people who, like, just... They didn't get on, didn't like the life. And, like...
So too real?
Like... No, but it wasn't fun. It was lasting forever. There was no you want your realization that your life's not actually that bad.
Yeah.
It just took forever, and I was like, I want to watch something else. Plus, I don't like Judd Apatow's style of comedy. He did Knocked Up and stuff, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, was that not a kind of semi sequel to that?
Yeah, it was actually. It's the same character, Paul Rudd,
and they mention Seth Rogen's character and stuff like that.
I just find all those films very boring. I don't like Seth Rogen that much as a character. I like it when he knows, see, this is the world's end. This is the end. The world's end's the Edgar Wright one. I like it when they know those, that's who they are. Yeah.
See, the funny thing about that is, I was actually going to mention it when you were talking about Michael Cera, is he's a total opposite of what he normally is, because it's meant to be him in real life, and he's
slapping Rihanna's ass and stuff like that.
Yeah, and
that's
maybe the one time that I've looked at him and thought that's actually
my favourite guy in that film. Danny McBride.
Yeah, Danny McBride's amazing.
Danny McBride. I'll watch it with Danny McBride in it.
He's hit or miss for me sometimes. Again, it's just
yes, he's bound them down.
But sometimes it's just you just dial it back a wee bit. You can still be that character, but just fucking dial it back. It's not. Past the point of no return, it's not funny anymore. You know what I mean?
Just nasty or just mean or just over the top. But thanks very much for the question there, Andrew. That was
we could go on forever moaning about people that we don't like.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Better stop here. We've been an hour on this fucking podcast.
Or even remembering people Emma Stone. I'd probably watch it with Emma Stone in it. Say after Birdman and what was that TV show that she did with Jonah Hill? Maniac or something like that.
The one that took the drug.
But, that was really cool as well. After I realised those kind of things, I thought, she's actually quite good.
She's got a range.
Yeah,
she does. Yeah. She did La La Land as well, didn't she?
Yeah, I've still not seen that.
That was alright.
But no, thanks for that question.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Thanks for all the questions, guys.
Yeah, it was that's a lot of ones. Again, not asking for kebabs or stuff like a food order out, or why we a bunch of cucks, not none of them. Okay, are you guys looking forward to anything this week? This week on the coming weeks?
This coming week.
Going to see comedian Daniel Sloss on Saturday.
Ooh. So am I, and so is Jason.
Yeah, but I said I'm going with friends, so I'm not talking about you guys.
Are you going with your mother?
No, Raymond and Sinead.
Your mum wouldn't go with you, would you?
No, probably not. We passed our bedtime, mate.
I'm going with my girlfriend.
Nice.
And me.
And Jason.
And my girlfriend.
I don't know, maybe. This week I'm going to play some games. I'm off work. Got a wee thing going on, so I'm off work.
Awesome.
So I'm going to play some games. I'm going to play my Neo-Geo. Going to play my everything. I think I might set up stream, but everything's put away. I just need to bring everything out and set it back up.
Awesome.
But I don't have anything concrete, mate. I don't have anything concrete. Actually,
he remembers.
Life is Strange. The new one's out next week.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait for that.
Okay, awesome. Hamish?
I'm going to try and do some streaming as well, because, see, anytime I've got anything coming up, so, for Hugh's birthday or for Daniel Sloss, I just take the whole week off, because it only takes 16 hours of my holiday hours, but I get paid 40 hours, because I always work 40 hours, and they look at the past, 3 months.
Oh, that's not too bad, actually.
Yeah, so I just take the week anyway, because it's why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Plus, you, do 3 days of pre-drinking, and 3 days of post-drinking.
Well, see, the thing is, the last couple of times that I've had holidays, I've been I'll do a bit of streaming, and then I just drink. I just drink.
You can do a bit of Steven streaming.
Oh, he has done that.
That's not a bad idea at all, yeah.
Tom, how do I end this? How do I rate it? Still cracks me up that moment.
I love how we talk to Dom, Dom, what a day.
Maybe not that.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah, she's comes out, I must be about 3 years now.
I find that I streamed for 4 or 5 hours or something like that.
You did do that.
Did you wake up?
Then I ran out of alcohol, so I had to finish it.
I'm done, so the stream's done, bye.
But yeah, pretty much that, and then just see what else happens.
Awesome.
What about you, Dom?
So this week is Angie's birthday. So
this whole week?
Yeah, so this whole week.
What'd you get her?
I got her things.
What'd you get her?
I got her things.
She's not going to hear this before the birthday.
There's no way this is going to be out before.
Sexy lingerie doesn't work, Tom. You know that, yeah.
She'll listen to this, Jason.
Jason, does Dom wear sexy lingerie around the house?
It does, and it scares the dog and me.
But especially Jason, but especially Paige.
Jason's like, oh my god, what are you doing? Take that off.
I got a few nice things. Got some
Well, she'll tell us if they're nice things.
Yeah, she'll be like, it was trash, fucking trash.
Got me like a Xbox Series X, but said I had to keep it in his house.
What asshole?
I bought Sinead an Xbox 360 when we got together, so I could play FIFA in her house.
That's a bold move, mate. That's a winning move.
I still actually the 360 is the one I use now.
You got any actual plans to go out anywhere?
So it's having a wee party with a couple of pals. No, you're not invited here.
For obvious reasons.
Meeting the folks, going out and getting some food and stuff like that, and
where will we meet?
Oh, yeah, I've got the details, mate. It's fine.
Sorry, guys, I've got the fucking details. Get it when you go.
So, it was so we're doing that, meeting up with the folks, having some dinner, and maybe
the folks.
I know. Where is this and what day and time?
Let me just give you the details right now, Hugh.
Dox yourself, please.
And yeah, we'll have I've got the Sunday and the Monday off, so if we're going out drinking, they can just go pretty hard.
I heard you were making a cake as well.
Yeah, man, it was like a double-decker cake.
Yeah, and there's going to be like
an actual size of a double-decker bus.
It's going to be like bags of presents.
Yeah, huge
I'm
bags
writing
of
checks as a discount cash.
Yeah, definitely.
No, Dom definitely said earlier on a gift for each year of our life. That's what he said.
That's right.
Each one more expensive than the last.
Aye.
That's what he said.
Definitely.
And if he didn't get all that stuff, he'd be a disappointment.
Yeah. Well, next time we were going to come here for a podcast, next time it's like, sorry guys, can't record. I had to sell my PC, and my microphones, and
everything gone. I had to sell Jason. But yeah, it'll be So got a lot of things watched for the cinema and stuff like that. Hopefully get back to that, but I've not really had much time because the weekends have been, just been busy, man. I've just been busy. But yeah, I'll be streaming a new game. Don't know what I'll be streaming. Maybe Hades, maybe 12 minutes. So I'll have a wee think about it. I'm just looking forward to move that PlayStation back to its wee home underneath the telly.
Stream your face for a bit, we'll see.
Stream my face. I stream my face a lot. I think we're on record now for streamed over 15 hours.
Yeah, but most people open up a wee window and cover up your face.
Right, is that there? Oh, okay. That's harsh, Hamish. Fucking hell. I put all this work in, I'm getting it's your face, it's the problem. So that's the end of the podcast, guys, and that's a goodbye from Hamish.
Bye everyone, thanks for the questions, thanks for listening, see you next time.
And a goodbye from Hugh.
Bye everyone, hopefully I'm here next time.
Very pessimistic of you. And that's a goodbye from me, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day, evening or night.
Goodbye.
Paige, you stop making all that noise.
I know, Jason was like a fucking bear just walking by.
Beer. You guys decided to have a podcast and I fucking love it the other week.
To be fair, we never decided to do it here.